Good afternoon and welcome back to DR Sports for another Saturday football show. With myself, AGT. I've got the boy Fuad as well here with me. How are we, fella?
All good. We're back.
Good to
another
have
week.
you back. It's a very good week on DR Sports. To his left, joining us for I think his third time.
Hat-trick.
It's the
Where's my hat-trick ball?
appearance. There's a balloon over there.
I'll just pick one later.
To be fair, the last time I saw this gentleman, his team demolished my team, but we're still friends nonetheless. It's Ben Spalding.
Good to see you.
Come here, brother. My arm's not quite long enough.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for having me back.
Good.
So I've just looked to my right and seen our other guest today. It's not Jimmy Savile, it's James Toon.
Wow, that is an entrance. Thank you very much. Where's the cigar? Ready to smoke Chelsea up today, pack 'em in tight, and give Potter his goodwill fair bye. Fair bye? Oh yeah,
So
we're starting
close.
off like an
So
absolute rocket.
close.
I've been compared
What is
to
in that thing you're holding on your hands?
So close.
Yes.
Great to have you here again, mate. It's
Thank
been
you
a
very
while
much.
since we've been on the show together. Loving the
Yes.
Hawaiian shirt, the
Thank you very
glasses.
much,
Where are you
man.
going after
You
this?
just left the
I'm
villa,
going
mate.
out for my mum's birthday, celebrating style. But first of all, I want to celebrate by watching Leeds absolutely demolish Chelsea. So
Well-
I thought it was only fitting to go Cuban.
Sure. Well, the last time you were on here, you said Leeds would beat, was it Chelsea, Man United 4-0, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was the
something
score
like
in that
that.
game?
Something like, well, I don't know. I kind of phasey, foggy memory,
Yeah, always
Yeah,
is
I
selective.
think the game actually got
So-
postponed. We played the first one at Old Trafford, and then
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, we've got some belter
Global
3
warming.
o'clock kickoffs today on DR Sports for you, covering all the goals as they go in. We're just reacting as well to the Man City game, 2-0 winners against Newcastle in the end. We've also got Arsenal. Can they pull further in front again after Man City have just won today? They're at home to Bournemouth. Aston Villa play Crystal Palace. Brighton at home to West Ham. That would be a good game. Chelsea at home to Leeds. Can James Toon and his army of Leeds supporters maybe send Potter for a P45 next week?
We'll do it in 45 minutes, mate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's going to need some magic to
Go
get
on.
out of
Yeah,
that one.
nice.
well, luckily,
More will come,
like
more will
Harry
come.
Houdini, they will be disappearing.
Not a Harry Potter joke, was it? So
No,
Magic,
it was a
unless
Harry
you've got
Houdini
one.
joke. Yeah, well,
I'm
you
all
know.
over that.
Also, Southampton are playing Leicester at 5:30 today, and that makes up your Premier League games for today. Also, Yeovil Woking
Wow.
as well in the National
Great
League.
Now
connection.
that's
to
the
DR
big
Sports
one.
at Yeovil as well last time. I
There
think
you go.
Laurie, you knew someone there.
Well, my dad used to play for them.
That's it. Yeah.
that's
You
the
could
one.
say that
I know
Yeovil
him.
have been awoken recently. Awoken.
It's mad. It's mad.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing it, not me, because I'm normally coming out with
You're
it.
going to have a good show today.
I'm
This guy is
looking forward to it.
top-notch quality.
Oh, thank you very much, mate.
glasses have come
You're
off.
making me blush.
Hardly. But listen, it's going to be a very, very good show indeed. Don't forget to like the video, comment as well with your thoughts on the show. We're very close to 270,000 now. So, yeah, you heard that right. On YouTube. So make sure you push us a little bit closer to get to that round number. Fuad, massive result this for Man City, for them to go back in contention with Arsenal at the top of the table. Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva, the substitute, scoring the goals for City today. Massive win for them. But where does this now leave Newcastle? Because surely they need to win some games soon.
Oh,
I love it, and I deserve it. As a Spurs man, as you know, I saw this. I always say the early kickoffs can kind of make or break your weekend, and Newcastle, I think, having the heartbreak of last week, I think would have wanted to come in today, maybe see if they can sneak a draw, sneak a result, something. But this is perfect for me personally, honestly, because I think Newcastle, I said over the last couple of weeks, I was concerned that they were kind of sleepwalking into that final with the draws, with the defeats, struggling for goals, and whether Eddie Howe's early season work was going to kind of come undone after the final, because we've seen previously with Swansea and teams like that, once that final kind of happens, the second half of the season, the form just kind of tails off. If that happens to Newcastle now, that's not going to be pretty. I always said, even if they lost the Carabao final, but they somehow still got a Europa League at the end of the season, fantastic
They would have
season for them.
snapped your arm off at the start of the season if you offered them that, right?
Exactly. So now for it to tail off the Champions League, all right, maybe not, but you aim for the sun, as they say. You aim for the stars. What is it? You land on the moon.
Yeah. Shoot for the stars and you land on the moon.
Something along them lines. Yeah.
If you go too close to the sun, you get burnt there. Yeah.
Don't buy the
Exactly.
But I think, Newcastle will definitely be disappointed with this result. And listen, it's up to us now. 3 o'clock. We've got a kick off now. Take
Will
advantage of
Tottenham
this.
bottle it? We will get your answer to that question very soon.
You better not, mate. You let me down with Leicester the other week. You better not let me down again with Wolves.
Don't even remind me of
Yeah,
that.
Leeds are fighting right down there at the bottom. Ben, you watched the game. Were you impressed with Man City today?
I was, yeah, I really was. And for me personally, I'd much rather see them win it rather than Arsenal. So I'm happy to see them doing well. And also beating Newcastle, for as a Brighton fan, dragging them further down the table is only going to help us out. We may look, I think we're like 7th or 8th, but we've got 3 games in hand and we're going to be, I think we'll be coming back up there and hopefully getting a European spot. So hopefully we could even just get ahead of Newcastle if they keep falling off. I think that could be a possibility as a Brighton fan. But I was impressed with City. They look really, really good. Great to see Foden back. He looked very, very good.
Starting
Techie
again,
baller. Yeah. So yeah, I was impressed by them.
I was going to say, with the start of the season he's had as well, I think a lot of people were questioning him over the last couple of months and saying, you know, what's happened to him? Is he playing in his best position? And
I mean, you were talking about it before, about him going all the way down to the Spurs game, not even playing, going back, about falling out with the manager, stuff like that.
I wasn't sure if there was maybe something behind the scene, but Pep does that sometimes with his players. Like, you might be out of the limelight for 3 months and then he might call you the best player in the world the next week. So
that's how he works.
I think Foden at the moment has hit that kind of zip of form, if you like. It's up to him to kind of keep it up, because I do think he is in prime position to take the keys of that Man City team and make it his own. I think Bernardo Silva's future is kind of questionable. You look at De Bruyne coming towards the end of his career. He is in prime position to now make that his own.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think that's the key thing with Pep, the fact that he's able to do that with players, the fact that he's able to have that air of control over them, where he can keep them out, he can take them out. And that's what I've been really impressed, actually, with Arteta doing last year with the Aubameyang situation, the way he dealt with it, even though Aubameyang was arguably their best striker. If there's any kind of division in the ranks, the way he's able to deal with that for such a young, inexperienced manager, that's why I actually think Arsenal are going to do it. I think for someone so early in his reign to be following Pep that closely in the way that he controls his players, I think that's the key to football nowadays. With the money, the egos, everything involved, I think that man management skill is the most important asset you have.
And I guess it works a good % of the time, but it does maybe cause a little bit of fraction between players that can't necessarily take that criticism or take that tough love, if you want to call it that. But they're now 58 points. They've got Arsenal have a game in hand which they're about to play. 2-point gap again. Arsenal could make it 5 again. Better goal difference though than Arsenal, quite considerably. And again, another clean sheet today.
The robot up front, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although today obviously didn't score. Question marks around him maybe. Another goal drought going on, I think, for Haaland. I think that his highlight of the game was rustling Dan Burn. I think that was probably his only highlight of the game. But Phil Foden carried them to the win for them.
He did, certainly. Just as you saw at the start of the video, guys, the F1 channel On Track GP is coming to it's actually not coming to DR Sports. It's a separate channel altogether, and it kicks off today, very shortly, with Abby covering the qualifiers for the Bahrain Grand Prix, which starts tomorrow. The link is in the description for all the F1 new season content. Smash that link and go and find out more. Let's get into the lineups then. We are 13 minutes away from kicking off in the 3 o'clock game. Fuad, Arsenal, how do they line up today? Is there any surprises?
We'll see. Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu right back, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko. Midfield they went Odegaard, Partey and Fabio Vieira starts today as well.
Vieira gets a start today.
Saka and then Trossard once again gets a start in the middle, and then Martinelli on the left. And then if we have a look at the Bournemouth team, we've got Neto in goal, Smith, Mefam, Stevens, Senesi and Zamora as a back 5. Utara, January signing, Rothwell, Billing, Semenyo and Solanke up top. How many goals does Solanke have this season?
2 tops, I'd say maybe.
He's someone who I think this season there might have been some expectations. He's got 3 goals in 20
He's done
games.
very well last year in the Championship, didn't he?
And it's always, I think, that question of people always ask, when a player does really well in the Championship, can they make that jump up?
Like Mitrovic has done it successfully after a failed first time. It's mad, right? Because you type in Solanke on Google, the first picture that comes up is him in a Liverpool shirt.
Yeah. Wow.
He scored 1 goal for us, I think, but he never got a fair crack.
You had some cracking signings there, didn't you? Solanke, Jonathan Ibe. Man.
Well, Jonathan Ibe was there from Academy, so relax
was it?
yourself.
Oh, well.
No, relax yourself.
Yeah, still.
Right,
Was the other one, Iago Aspas? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cracking team.
You're not really
Yeah.
mentioning the cream of the
Charlie
crop
Adam.
there, but-
Well, ironically, that was your cream of the crop back then.
Yeah. All right, mate. You just relax yourself in Hawaii over there. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace. How do they line up today?
Emi Martinez in goal, Matty Cash, Konsa, Mings, and Moreno Lopera.
Yes, from
Who's that?
Betis, the left back,
Ah,
Alex
interesting.
Moreno.
And McGinn, Kamara, Douglas Luiz, and Ramsey in a midfield 4. And then up front, they've gone Buendia and Watkins.
Buendia looking dangerous now, isn't he? He's kind of keeping Coutinho out of the team. He's scoring goals, good ones as well. And
owes
he's
it, doesn't
playing
he?
in that kind of floaty position under Watkins there. And how do Crystal Palace line up today, fresh from a 0-0 draw on Monday night against Liverpool? Sorry, Saturday night.
Guaita in goal, Klein, Anderson, Guehi, and Mitchell as a back 4. Tokori and Lokonga just in front of them. Elise, Jordan Ayew, and Eze in a midfield 3. In behind Zaha.
Back
Top.
again, Zaha.
The big
was
man.
injured against Liverpool, but that is a strong front four.
Could be his last few games for Palace this
Could
season.
be.
I think this is the one. I say it every year, but I think
Got
this
to
is
go
the
now,
summer
surely.
where he has to go.
Yeah.
I don't know where he goes. I don't know. Is he good enough for a Big Six club? Maybe a Newcastle
Well, he went to
could
Man
be a
U
good move.
10 years ago.
Yeah, that's I think
Premature.
Yeah, probably too soon for him. Maybe didn't get enough time to make his name in the team. I don't think he was ever going to be like a main starter, but yeah, he's obviously done brilliant things at Palace. But yeah, I think it's time for him
Certainly
to go.
has. And your team, Brighton. Let's have
One
a look at the team.
massive weird change, and I don't know how that's happened, but Jason Steele's in goal. Sanchez has been dropped to the bench. Couldn't tell you why. I should know as a Brighton fan, but I don't think any Brighton
Maybe
fans
you
know.
want to
played
steal a
before?
win.
I'm glad he's here.
Maybe
Jason
they
Steele,
want to
yeah.
steal a win.
Steal a win.
Yeah.
He played in the Cup against Stoke, but it wasn't really a performance to warrant a start in the Premier League. It's a very, very surprising addition to the team, but hopefully he'll do well.
Pascal Gross, Caicedo there, Lamptey, Webster, Duncan Estupinian at the back. Caicedo fresh from that big extension, which we will
Come on.
speak about very shortly. But March, McAllister, Matoma, and Ewan Ferguson, who continues to score goals.
Yes, yeah, he looks like a great talent. His the ability, he looks a bit like Haaland on the ball, and then he's got the passing ability of Harry Kane. So, future star, that boy.
Is it Evan or Ewan?
Is it Evan?
Yeah, Evan. Yeah.
What did I say?
You said
Ewan.
Ewan.
I let it slide.
Get the big man's name right.
away.
Future Tottenham player, that.
Yeah, it is a little bit. The Hammers, great win last week for them. Declan Rice being spoken about again with a high. Well, it's actually just Nicky from West Ham Fan TV saying he's
See the goal,
120 mil. However, let's see how they line up, because that's an interesting team to me.
Areola, Johnson, Aguerd, Ogbonna, and Emerson in defence. In midfield, they've got Souček, Rice, and Lucas Paqueta. And then up front, they've gone Bowen, Ings, and Ben Rama.
Tell you what, Ings loves scoring against Brighton. And if I was playing Football Manager, that's probably the team I'd line up for West Ham. It's a strong lineup for them.
I think he scored for Liverpool against Brighton as well.
Probably,
last
mate.
day of the
He
season.
always scores against us, that kid. It's annoying. And people don't know, West Ham, I don't think they haven't beaten us in like the last 12 Premier League matches, or the last 12
Why
games
is that?
against us. It's just a weird curse, but for some reason I have a feeling today that they're going to do it. I don't know why. They played really well
come
against...
on, man. Where's the confidence?
No, they
Come
played
on.
well
I'd
against
love
Man
the Irons
United.
to win. It gives us a bit
They played
of
well
a,
against United midweek in the
space.
Cup. Ben Rama scored a brilliant goal, and obviously on the back of that, they beat Forest 4-0.
4-0, yeah.
So they should be a team that has a bit of confidence. Yeah,
They're a bit of a yo-yo side, man. West Ham have been. They've been very up and down this season, so hopefully you guys can dispatch them. And I think you should be able to be honest. I don't think West Ham, I mean, looking at that lineup, like you say, it's a strong lineup, but I think the energy you guys have, especially in the middle of the park, should be too much for them.
I hope so.
Let's go to Stamford Bridge now. 3 o'clock kickoff.
Now you're
Arrizabalaga
talking
in
my
goal for
language.
Chelsea. Fofana, Koulibaly and Badashile, 3 at the back. Chilwell and Loftus-Cheek at right wing back today. And this team, for me, it's all over the place.
That's great.
This is,
At its
They have
best.
two
this is Enzo Fernandez and Kovacic in midfield with João Felix, Havertz and Sterling. Fuad, read me that bench.
Aubameyang, Chalobah, Mudryk, Zakaria, Ziyech, Gallagher, Chukwuemeka, Madueke.
That is unbelievable, that bench.
Stacked.
That maybe is the most expensive bench in Premier League history. Can we,
Not a bad shout.
can we check that?
Can we get a fact check?
No,
Studio?
come on.
Sure,
More
Man City
expensive
have
than
had some-
Cities over the
yeah.
past couple of
Mate,
years.
these are all
I don't know.
fresh 100s, 70s.
Well,
He's a
there's
referee,
Mudryk
right?
was 100.
Maybe.
Academy, 20
Academy,
million,
yeah.
35 million. That's
100.
no.
Mudryk.
Nah, that's
The
definitely
Mudryk
not.
100 is the only one, really and truly. All the others are.
Well, he
Yeah.
makes a big dent.
Also,
doesn't he, still?
Mudryk, if he does come on, 007. Do we all know this?
Yes.
Team that's going on?
Yeah,
007.
he's on watch
waiting for
today.
that.
Enzo's
He
on
is.
watch.
And,
if I'm
And if
honest
you
as
think
well.
that they're going to do anything today, then you, my friend, are absolutely delusional. I mean, look at that defence. That is
Read it out
stiff.
then, James.
Koulibaly,
Let's go.
mate. Koulibaly is going to get ran through like a vindaloo on a hot summer's night, my man. That guy is stiff. Get him some WD-40 because Rutter is about to end his career. Now, if you're talking Leeds, you're talking the big boys. This is the land of the kings. Meslier in goal. Sure, he's got butterfingers. Sure, sometimes he crumbles like a cracker. But I feel today he is going to have the strength to deal with what? Havertz up front? The only one that really scares me there is Raheem Sterling. Felix, I don't think it's going to get a sniff. Senior Firpo over the past few weeks. Everyone thinks he's Junior Firpo. They think it's the Firpo of old. This is Senior Firpo reborn, all right? This guy, since he's come back from injury, creme de la creme. Today he is going to be running the channel down that left-hand side. Vober and Koch, what a partnership, honestly. Koch, he's been waiting for that right partner to come next to him. And now that he's
Wait,
now that he's got Vober
Big
next to him
pause.
instead of Cooper, it's really unlocked them. Ailing at right back, Adams and McKennie. Mate, McKennie, what a signing, mate. I can't believe no one else came in.
Is
for
he
him.
on watch at the minute?
McKennie?
Yeah.
No, McKennie's been
think it
on
only works
fire
for
since he's came in.
forwards, isn't it?
His final ball at times has been a little bit questionable, but the work rate from him and Adams, two absolute shithouses in there. You can't beat it. Aronson in front, Sourceville on the right, Rutter up front. Now, the big thing...
I told
And you should know all about Sourceville. I told you about Sourceville,
All right,
and he
relax
did the
yourself.
business against you guys. And Harrison starting left wing, which is very interesting. No Wilfred Nonto III today, which is quite unfortunate because he has been one of our best players, but he's been going through a bit of a lull.
Who's this fella up
recently.
front?
Rutter.
me about him.
Oh, let me tell you about
Record
Rutter.
signing.
Now, record signing,
Doesn't
and at
have double
first he
figures.
looked a bit like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yep.
Not a lot of coordination. The guy was running around like a drunk man on stilts. But recently, he started to come into his form a little bit. The energy's been getting there. The movement against Fulham, that guy could find space in a vacuum, all right? The pace, the dynamism. Very unfortunate. I mean, how he got that disallowed goal would have been his first goal for Leeds. Would have really, I think he needs that goal. Once he gets that goal, he is going to go on an absolute
Leeds
tear.
need a goal. You're on a
we need a goal,
curse.
absolutely.
Your XG has been insane. Like, as a
Well-
Brighton fan, I'm fully aware of what we've been through, but Leeds are on that at the moment. It's
Well, now that
crazy.
we've got a new manager, under Jesse Marsh, I mean, there
Yeah,
was
Lampard, I
no
used to call him.
creativity. I've seen more creativity in a blank page of A4 paper, but under the new man, Javi Gracia, we actually look like we can attack, like we can counter these teams. And yeah, we did. 1.9 XG to 0.19. And we still lost. Are you kidding me, mate?
Trust
Today, different story. Chelsea are open at the back. Rutter. If you're a betting man, put some money on this guy scoring.
I'm going to do one of
Conte.
you. What would you do? Is Rutter going to continue Chelsea's rut?
Or
Yeah.
will Rutter be in the gutter come full time?
Subscribe, guys.
yeah.
Subscribe.
That's worth it alone. That should get us to 270. That. Wolves at home today to Tottenham, your team.
Top spot.
Right, let me read this one out for you. Jose Sarr, Nelson Semedo, Dawson, Kilman and Otto at left back. Do you know what? I saw Wolves at close quarters on Wednesday night, and apart from his pace, I have to say I've always underrated Craig Dawson. Very good defender.
Yeah, terrific
Really
defender.
good defender. Neves and Lamina in the midfield with Sarabia. Again, I saw him on Wednesday. Nunes, Neto, and the Liverpool fans called him the Elephant Man the other night. It is Diego Costa. I wasn't one of them, just so you're aware. But he's up front. When you've got Raul Jimenez on the bench, you have Mateus Cunha, you have João Moutinho, you have Traore on the bench. That is a stacked bench, quite literally. But Costa gets the start today.
Interesting. It's weird.
I don't know.
You almost forget like Diego Costa's in the league because when he was obviously first here, he was like the main personality of the Premier League. But I guess he's probably had
Pantomime
injuries.
villain,
But
wasn't
yeah,
he?
but
Yeah.
he's just been so off it, and well, obviously not
He's an
getting
older
started.
guy
I think
now,
he's been
isn't he?
injured. I would love to see him get some goals again because he's a great player to have in
Not
the
today,
Prem.
please. Not
Yeah,
today.
he's getting on. So there's your lineups for all the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We're 2 minutes away.
We're not going to go for the Spurs one.
Who's that?
That's poor from myself.
Kind of disrespected.
No, it's awful.
You should have ran with that and just pretended like you didn't care about
Don't do
Spurs.
that.
Do you know what? I'm so sorry, mate.
Romero, Lenglet, and Davis in the back three. Pedro Porro gets a start today.
Pedro Porridge.
Whoa. Skipping Højbjerg in midfield, Perisic at left wing back, and then front three of Kulusevski, Kane, and Son. Everything hangs on that front three in my eyes.
Yeah. Well,
Like every
Abby's doing
Spurs game.
the F1 tonight, so she won't be forced to watch this one.
Forced to watch.
If you haven't got one ready, or if it's just the same as me,
Take a
then-
shot every time he does one of those. I want to see how drunk you get by the end of this.
That was quite good, I think. But that is a strong-ish team, I would say. Pedro Porro playing today. Happy to see him on the lineup ahead of and in form.
Yeah.
Really.
Which is weird to say.
Royale, which you've been calling him for a long time.
Yeah, to be fair, I think he's even got a Player of the Month nomination this month. So fair play to him. He actually has played really well. Chelsea game, City has scored as well. And performance-wise, I think he's actually been decent aside from just popping up here and there. But Porro, I thought last game, even though we didn't play the greatest midweek and got dumped out of the FA Cup, I thought he looked very good. I thought what we need from a right wing back, he ticks every box. And for me, I only hope it's kind of the long-term plan kind of kicking in. But him and Emerson being rotated, it's almost like you've got one very good going forward and then one very good defensively. If they can
good
find a
balance.
balance, and actually be cohesive, because he's still settling, he's still new, but at the same time you spent 43 million on him, so you can't just let him sit on bench and just rot. So you have to give him the game
Maybe
time.
he's good at go-karting, because obviously that's going to be a big thing for Spurs this summer.
It's only a matter of time, innit?
Mario Kart. There you go.
What is that about?
The 3 o'clock
Your
games
guess is as good as mine, honestly.
have kicked off. We are live.
And it's
Another
live.
week.
Oh my God,
Bournemouth
Bournemouth
the
has
goal
scored
in the first
already.
minute for Bournemouth.
Wow.
Philip Billing.
And they really
Away
did live
Arsenal.
up to the billing, eh? Hey.
It's another one in the bag.
love this
Put it in
guy.
your pocket. Keep it. Go home with it.
And smoke it.
Well, you're still drawing, but we are only 30
Hey.
seconds in.
Oh, wow.
Listen to this, right? This is how you start a football show, a Saturday football show on a Saturday in the Premier League. Arsenal losing already. Philip Billing. Will he be billing up later after that goal?
Yeah.
That's another
Sure
one for
he
you.
will. Yeah.
Hello from Melbourne. Big up to Stephen Guna Jacob, who will be gutted to see his team 1-0 down right now. Shout out from Dublin. We're worldwide on DR Sports.
International love,
Big ups.
guys.
We're international. AGT is nervous. I see it on his face, says Marcus in the chat. I can't. I'm not too sure.
Well, you can't see your face, to be fair, so. Mine in the mirror. Yeah. Oh, you
Right.
can actually. Yeah,
It's
you can,
literally
yeah.
just there. This Leeds fan is a donut, says Caleb.
Oh, no.
A sugared one or a jam one?
I would go for
Custard filled?
Plain.
Not really a custard man myself. I'd say more
original
jam.
glaze. Original
No,
glaze.
Original glaze.
Yeah, original glaze.
Custard cream.
Here we go then. Let's have a look at Philip Billing's goal. Wow,
bang.
Oh, my Lord.
Like a viper.
Was that
There you
Saliba?
go. It might have been Saliba sleeping at the back there, but the goal stands. No
Gabriel.
shouts for offside or VAR. And it's Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. Will Robbie be, coming on the set today? I don't know if he loses.
I wonder.
Because it's been 2 weeks in a row that he's done that.
Yeah.
I like the puns. Don't let the haters hate, says
Yes.
Chin Chinny. Big up to you. Another KDB stinker, says Marcus. We've spoken a little bit about Manchester City today. They obviously won 2-0. United will win, saying Baby Yoda. Super chat here from Prasoon, who says everyone but Gooners wants City to win. Obviously. GD, did you meet Noel Gallagher, AGT? I think I saw you in a video. Yes, I did. So today I've gone from Noel Gallagher to James Toon in a Hawaiian shirt.
What an upgrade, eh? This guy, what a lucky guy. Oh.
No, but I was on Soccer AM this morning, so big up to you if you caught that one. But this is
Where the magic happens.
that was the warm-up
Yeah.
for this.
Exactly. Now
Absolutely.
you're with the experts,
Well,
Throw
I
it
was
aside, maybe,
with
but-
Noel Gallagher, so
don't know.
and I was with Jill Scott as well,
Yeah.
who won the old Euros. What have you won?
What have I won?
They got to semi-finals of the Champions League.
Well,
don't forget.
yeah, we've actually won the first division for 30 years in a row. Like I said, most decorated club in English football. No one's won it for 30 years. When's the last time you held a title for consecutive years? That's what.
I see what he's
Not
doing.
crumbling after
So
one
the last year
season.
of the English
one
league before it became the Premier League. They won.
So who's won it since?
Football doesn't exist
No one.
pre-99.
So yeah,
Longest
exactly.
holders.
So,
Yeah, technically you are.
exactly. Yeah.
If that,
With one more
trophy
league
is
title
now
than anyone.
defunct, then it's
Well, it's
different.
not defunct.
A Leeds win, question mark, from Dan.
Should be
in
an
the
exclamation mark, actually, not a question mark.
Okay, not a rhetorical one.
Stating facts, really, you know.
Funny thing is, Felix is their biggest threat from Francisco.
Yeah, I
A.
would agree. You did say that, James. But yeah, Felix has looked very good since he's signing.
I think
Miles,
Sterling is, man.
Miles says budget expressions with the analogies.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about you.
Oh, that cuts deep.
I'll take it. I'll take
Andrew Green, this guy's actually hilarious, to be fair. You have to give it
cheers,
to him.
mate.
He is.
Too kind.
Lord
Barnet winning.
Farquhar.
1-0.
Up the bees. Up the bees.
Go on, the boys.
We actually went to the same school together, didn't we,
Yeah,
mate?
we did, yeah. Well, not together.
Yeah, not
He
like that.
Finished
I
the
didn't
year
take him
before
to
me.
school.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a bit
buddy.
mad, dude. You need to chill out, man. He's
You did
7 years
compare him
old.
to
Yeah,
Jeremy.
not
You
too,
did
huh?
compare him
Yeah.
to Jimmy Savile earlier.
Yeah. Whoa. This has gone off the rails, mate.
Gone way off.
The
James is the best, says Jim Fox. James, another James says,
gotta love the Foxes,
who's
man.
the new age hippie?
Glenn says,
No, he's just come
was
off
that
Love
the
Island.
quickest goal in
Guys.
Prem ever. Was it?
Potentially, you know. What,
No,
what was the
no.
official time on that
It
one?
wasn't. It's actually a North London derby goal, isn't it?
What's that?
The quickest goal in the Premier League.
No, Shane Long.
Shane Long.
Wasn't
Shane
it?
Long.
It says Fabregas versus.
I answered this
No.
question.
No,
in
that
a
was-
quiz
that
like
was
2
during
weeks
the
ago.
game.
I
Shane
literally
Long.
done a quiz on Thursday and I got the same
Oh,
answer.
yeah.
Yeah,
There
Shane
you go.
Long.
Big up MRR. He says, yeah, Shane Long
Yeah,
versus Watford.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Crystal Palace beating Aston Vanilla 1-0.
Wilfried Zaha.
There's
back
a
amongst the
shot.
goals, and Saka has just missed a sitter for Arsenal. In the meantime, it comes
Thank
back
God.
in, and the pressure is still on here for Bournemouth as they try and defend their lead 3
Bournemouth.
minutes in. However,
Pressure.
Crystal Palace are 1-0 up away at Aston Villa. This is, again, what a start to the Saturday football show. You lucky
Love
people
to
at home,
see
make sure you're pressing that like button, please.
Zaha is
Don't
literally a
press
banker.
it. Smack it.
Smash it.
If
Don't
if
tap
Palace
it.
are scoring, it's always going to be Zaha. He's literally the no-brainer, as Gary Neville says.
You know,
I don't
they
why I
can't
never
score
backed
for
That was
love
the
nor
banker.
money. He comes back in, gets his goal. Leeds fan bantering Chelsea. It's peak, says Chris.
It is. I'd hate to be a Chelsea fan, you know. Is what it is. Nothing without Roman Abramovich's oil money, eh?
Yeah.
Nothing without it.
Big up to Glenn saying AGT scoring some great goals on Soccer. And thank you, my brother.
Yeah, to be
A
fair,
little
you did
Stevie G strike.
get a lovely,
Well, they-
lovely half volley, didn't you?
So they said we're going to try and recreate Gerrard's goal against Olympiacos. Lovely cushion header for Gerrard. That one. So that was the
Oh,
same
that one,
technique I tried
right,
to
yeah,
use
yeah.
for that. Not as good.
So you ain't got a West Ham in your locker?
What, 40 yards? It was too small. The studio set was too small for that at West Ham.
Excuses.
Which one, though? The second goal I could do, where he
Screamer.
pings it top
Screamer.
left. No, I've got that in the locker. It's just give me the space and the time.
Did you recreate the slip as
AGT's
well? 'Cause I know
highlight
it's
reel.
slippy
I was
out
gonna
there.
say,
No, I
That
didn't slip.
turf. No.
Didn't slip. Yes.
Didn't do the Iago Aspas corner back to the
mate.
halfway line.
No, you're obsessed with Iago Aspas. Noel Gallagher scored a volley. It was very slow. It kind of rolled in, but still a good goal.
Still a goal.
Gabriel suspect again, saying Ashby.
Oh, disallowed!
Yes.
Oh, it's disallowed, people. No goal for Wilf Zaha at Villa Park.
Speaking of
They breathe
Houdini,
again.
their goal was disallowed. No, disappeared. Oh.
No. And it's been
So
chalked
close
off.
to a good little joke there.
The
Written
joke's
off
been
more than
chalked off,
Chelsea.
and the goal's been chalked off as well. VAR on that joke failed, unfortunately.
Don't need VAR for that.
You're saying Gabriel's terrible. I thought he was the best centre back in the Premier League.
Yeah, I thought he was better than Van Dijk.
I thought he was
What's
better
this?
than.
Well, that was until Voba entered the league, so, you know.
Sorry,
You're
who?
forgetting.
They were saying, they were
Voba.
saying just
Who's
last
that?
week he was better than
Best
Varane.
defender in the league, mate. So it is.
So I'd
You
never
should probably
heard of
watch
this
a game
guy.
of football.
Yeah, no.
Lewis Dunk, maybe. Probably better than all of them, let's be honest.
Mate.
Wow. Speaking of Brighton,
Lewis
I
gets
wanted
dunked on a regular basis, more like.
Well, they've been dunking on us, trust me.
Yes.
Can you recreate 32-second red card of Gerrard AGT? Yeah, I'll do it with James outside in the car park after. Not like that.
I would love it, and I think I deserve it.
More than
Joe Weller-esque.
Yeah,
in the
big
car park.
takeout. Yeah,
I get that.
Lovely. Right, let's talk about Brighton, seeing as Ben is in the studio today. Great to have you down as always,
Thank
mate. We mentioned Moisés Caicedo earlier. Has now signed a new deal with Brighton, valid until June 2027, with an option for a further season. It would include a significant pay rise for Moisés.
From £3,000 to £4,000. Arsenal fans
yeah.
will get that reference.
Okay.
They were slating him. They were like, they only pay him £3,000 a week. One, that was not true. He was on early teens probably, but I think he's obviously had a big bump here. And I cannot believe that he actually has signed a contract. I thought
he turned down 55 mil from Chelsea, 70 mil from Arsenal in January. I mean, he did that horrendous Instagram post. Horrendous
You say
Instagram.
he, but I think it was more of a group. He's
got to sign that off.
Yeah, of
He's
course,
got to, and that goes through a few stages.
If you're looking at the
However-
details, I'm putting my inspector glasses on and got my magnifying glass, the caption was literally in quote marks as if it had been copy and
Yeah,
pasted
just
from a
copy- straight
Google.
up copy and paste.
They spelt the place where he's from wrong. So he hasn't really typed it out because they said Santo Domingo instead of Santo Domingo. I think they got in his head, and I think he'll still probably go in the summer. Let's be honest, but it's just nice that we're going to probably get a little bit more money for him now.
That is, it's a good business deal, this,
Yeah.
isn't it, Fuad? It's right. We know you're going to go, but let's protect ourselves here and get the absolute maximum.
Mm-hmm.
And is it any surprise to you that Brighton have locked him down after that horrific Instagram post that we were talking about? But is it surprising after he tried to force a move in January, or not, or is it just good business?
Listen, on Brighton's behalf is pretty good, but on Caicedo's behalf, I don't get it, because if you were willing to kick up a fuss over the last day of the window, I would have thought surely you'd want to wait for the summer to see if that chance does come again. I understand maybe if the summer move doesn't come, then you kind of renew, but I don't know, maybe he really does believe in De Zerbi since he's come in. I think maybe he's looking at the football, he's seen the progression under the manager, and he's thinking, do you know what? Maybe we can actually be kind of the outside team kind of competing for the European spot. So maybe it's a credit to kind of Brighton's project that they've got going, that this young crop, and everybody seems to want one of the Brighton lot, it seems, whether it's McAllister, whether it's Mitoma,
Ferguson now as well.
Ferguson now. So
Yeah.
it almost seems like, all right, do you know what? We've got all these young crops. Do we sell them, or do we at least try and keep them for 2-3 years? Let's see how it goes. And then if at the end of that it doesn't work, then we're still in a good position where we can still make a decent profit, and we're kind of willing to agree to that, I guess, behind closed doors, if you like, with the players. But I think for Brighton's move, it's good, but for Caicedo, it's a little bit confusing.
I do, yeah. I think I've really got to stress the point that I think he was completely thrown, and these people that suddenly picked him up as a new agent, they really, really hounded him, and they, I'm trying to think of the word, but they manipulated him and made him push for a move.
I get what you're saying, yeah. Because it's
obviously,
like
yes. Sorry,
once
AGT
you
was right.
change
He said yes.
agencies as well. It's almost like they want to show you why
His
you
parents,
brought them
his
in.
parents were his agents before, and so
Absolutely.
he's had all these group of people are now businessmen looking for a quick payday.
Professionals, yeah.
Yeah, they knew
And
what
they're
they were
thinking,
doing.
Look, mate, we can get you that big dream move. And
Yeah.
and I guess maybe he's gone back and thinking, am I even ready for it?
Yeah.
Am I
So
do I
young
even want
still.
that? And this is the thing, he's only been at your club now 18 months, just over.
About that, yeah, about
so,
that.
I mean, he's still getting his comfortability in the Premier League. I think it's a smart move on behalf of everyone. But if you're looking as a United fan or as a Liverpool fan, you're kind of looking at this thinking, what the hell, man? We were ready to kind of, I think a lot of the clubs were ready to pay a good 60, 70, 80 million.
100%.
And if I'm honest, I'm not sure.
Now, I think he's priced himself out of the
But
market.
football's an unpredictable business. You could get injured tomorrow, and then no one wants you. And he is still in the Premier League. He is still making a decent wage. And maybe he's thinking, what if Brighton get relegated in a couple of years? You can probably get out for free anyway. Because one thing I want to know, you're talking about
Relegate.
him gambling. Well, look, this is the thing.
did we get to
You're
Brighton
talking.
from relegation?
Well, look, here's the thing. You're talking about him gambling on being like their outside shot of top four and stuff like this. How long do we
no,
actually
European
foresee
spots.
this? Well, European spots, but how
yeah.
long do you foresee that lasting? Because, like you said, they're great at bringing up these youth players or whatever, but eventually they are all going to
Well,
get
look, if
sold
you
on,
look
and
at- I
without
look at-
spending big bucks.
I'm
you're not
looking
going
at
to
it
be
from a Spurs
consistent.
fan's perspective. So if you look at maybe 2013, 14, 15, you look at us, we had Eriksson, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, and usually we weren't regulars in the top four, if you like. But having that kind of young crop come together at the right time, at the right age, building that team on the podcast
With the right
actually
manager,
allowed
yeah.
us, to kind of compete regularly for top four, to the point where people are looking at us like top
But there's
six
a bit of a
regulars, if you
difference
like.
between
I think that's
Brighton
where-
and Tottenham, though.
But that's the thing, though. You have to make that gap. Brighton previously,
But
were
you still
regular
had
relegation
funding,
cannon
though.
fodder. No, but we're regular cannon fodder for relegation spots.
Great
now
word,
it's like
cannon fodder.
now they've moved
Love
up
that
the
word.
table, and you look at them almost as like
Fodder.
the mid-table benchmark. As like, are you playing good football? Are you developing young talent? Do you have a good manager? Are you a progressive club? They tick all the
Oh
boxes.
man,
almost.
what
And
they've
like,
done on your
and now they're
budget
trying to
has
make
been
that net-
phenomenal, mate.
Yeah, and if we're thinking about it this year, we drew Grimsby in the cup got to get past them first in the quarters. But then we're in the semis. Let's say if we get another decent draw, if we avoid one of the Manchester clubs, then we're in the final. If we don't win the final, we've then still got a really good shot of then getting Europe just from being in that final. And then it just depends on who wins like the Europa League or Conference League. Yeah.
You look at the progression they've made over 2-3 years. You almost feel like at this point a European spot is deserved, but
because it's not a fluke now.
It's not a fluke, and that's the thing I always say with like West Ham, you had them for 2 years. I like that bit of consistency, but you've seen that they've tailed off this year.
Sure, yeah.
Leicester, you saw that for 2 years. Then they've tailed off. It's not easy trying to do that. So if you can do that for a 2-3 year spell when you know you've got this kind of core group of young, good talent, go for it, man. Go for it.
Respect it.
I think that's where you need to mix the money in with it as well, which is why I'm disappointed Leeds haven't. You know, we have the money and the infrastructure to do it, but we didn't have the same kind of long-term plan that Brighton obviously did. The way that you were able to get rid of Potter, bring in a new guy, and still play the same amount of football, if not more impressive football. Is crazy. I mean, you saw what Leeds did with Bielsa. We sacked a man with one style of play, one philosophy, brought Jesse Marsh in and completely lost any style of play whatsoever.
I think that's the problem with the difference with Leeds. Leeds don't know what they want to be. I think since coming back into the Premier League, you came back into the Premier League under Bielsa's vision, and that's kind of what kept you up. But I think a lot of Leeds fans could even say they could see how chaotic that was. It's not sustainable.
I think it is sustainable. The only thing that wasn't sustainable, rock and roll, especially when you got Dwayne the Rocker Johnson in there. But it's different. It's because we didn't have the squad depth, and the argument is, did Bielsa want all these extra players? He liked a small squad. Now, with the injuries that we ended up getting because of the way he ran them into the ground, that's always going to be a problem. But I didn't see a problem with his style of play. Yes, it was a bit chaotic, but we went from man-to-man marking to zonal, and everyone was like, oh, that's going to change the game. But our defence arguably got worse when we went to zonal and didn't have this man-to-man system. I think with the right players, of course you can play that way. Pep Guardiola plays a similar style of play to Bielsa, and obviously they have a plethora of top-class players to do that, but I didn't see a problem with it. The problem is people are very fickle nowadays. They forget what's happened, and they sacked a man who got us there in the first place, and I think the board really disrespected him in the way they did it. Still cuts me up.
Just a quick one. It's ironic that a Spurs fan has milk bottles as a...
Yeah, hey, yes, I like it. It's cooking up.
Show it to the camera. Show it to the camera.
Personally, I wouldn't have it, mate. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
Shakes, milk bottles, yeah.
League, man.
Bottle job.
Can I say Leeds are absolutely running through Chelsea right now, as foreseen right now. Very unlucky not to be scoring here.
I feel bad because you just bigged up my club and I've just done that to you, but
That's all right,
the game's a game.
Disrespect.
It's all right, your club are going to get dug out in a second,
Tell
mate.
you what, the jokes, the puns are flying around the studio today. Catch one if you can, because it's quite something. Someone in the comments saying, have I heard, AGT, of the... AGT, did you hear the rumours of McAllister's dad/manager meeting with Liverpool, says Yodit.
Did I? I didn't hear that. I heard him talking to Fabrizio Romano. There's a shock. I think, I don't know, Fabrizio just has these quotes, but just puts them in a way that shows that McAllister's suddenly going to leave. I think McAllister said that he wants to stay at Brighton, and he's happy at Brighton. I still think he'll probably go in the summer, but I don't know, Fabrizio just seems to get these quotes from parents suddenly. Like, why is he chill with Alexis McAllister's dad? He's probably friends with his barber as well and his postman, chatting to him.
But information is his current.
Oh,
I get that,
penalty Brighton.
Penalty at Brighton.
Oh, there you go.
Speaking, McAllister...
Fabrizio Romano didn't tell us about this one.
Come on. He didn't actually.
He didn't, yeah.
Please.
Go on, the boys. I actually need you to score this. Come on. It's the only time I've ever rooted Brighton on in my life. This is it. Except for maybe that firecracker of an M14 derby or whatever the hell it is.
Anyway, it's not, just a rivalry. It's not a derby. Because I think derby, you have to be locals. So it's a rivalry.
Yeah, it's a good
I call it
100
El
miles.
Gatwico, if you know it.
Gatwick.
You told us the origins of that
man.
the last time you was here as well.
People still confused, I know. It's just not worth it.
Just give us a quick summary.
Just some guy cut him off on the motorway and he was...
Alan Mullery
fuming.
and Terry Venables, I think, the two managers for Brighton and Palace. We were fighting in like League One and then Championship, going up and down together. But previously, when they were both players at Spurs, they didn't really like each other because they both wanted to be captain. I think it was Venables or Mullery, which one? One of them was given captaincy. And then they had a little falling out. And then eventually, when they came to blows as managers, I think they threw coins. Fans were throwing coins at our manager, the Brighton manager, and then the Brighton manager's got money out and threw it at them, saying this is what you're worth.
Yeah.
And then the Palace fans were chanting Eagles, Eagles, and then the Brighton fans started chanting Seagulls. Yes, 1-0.
Get in there, West.
There's Jules Breach, the Brighton fan.
Alexis McAllister,
there we
speak of the
go.
devil, and he will appear.
Get in there.
He's not the devil, he's a World Cup
And
winner.
Gary McAllister would be proud of that.
Yes, he would be.
Yeah. Very much
nice.
so.
Yes,
Great.
boys. That's
Come
what
on.
I'm talking about.
And that's so we
Great
used.
myth.
And then, sorry, quickly finish that. We used to be called Dolphins, I believe, and then that's when we changed to the Seagulls.
Dolphins.
Yeah, there are dolphins in Brighton every now and then
There?
when the water's warm enough. Yeah.
To be honest, I thought Palace would be called the Dolphins, if anything, with the amount of divers they have in that.
Oh, I love this guy.
I'll tell you what, Yeovil haven't awoken yet because they are 1-0 down to Woking in the 14th minute in the National League.
Well, that one woke me up.
But 1-0 Brighton then.
Yeah,
Come
1-0
on.
Brighton. It's a massive
Get in
goal
there.
for the Seagulls
Yeah, it was,
at home to the Irons.
Massive goal in the relegation battle as well. West Ham being pinned back down there. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
talking about, baby.
Right, 18 to 20 minutes in now at the Emirates, and there's still no response so far from Arsenal. This is an interesting position they find themselves in. Maybe getting a penalty there. To be
Wait,
honest.
actually, that's Bournemouth. Oh, no. I didn't realise who it was. Oh, what was I celebrating? Philip Billing. Oh, my God.
Ooh,
Arsenal, your bottle jobs, man. Hurry up.
Those tinted glasses,
They'll
mate.
score. They will score. They'll
Oh
probably
my
still win
God.
the game if
Well,
we're
they
honest,
better.
won't they?
I think they're out of the relegation zone now, Bournemouth.
Yeovil and Woking, get the feck mate, lol, says T-Mill. No, we don't just cover the Premier League.
Yeah.
We're doing the Bundesliga today, the Championship, right? And League One, League
Heck,
Two.
we'll
and
even
National
cover the
League as
Vanarama
well.
National League.
Oh, that is it.
Yeah.
And Barnet as well. They're in the same league as Yeovil. Holders to Folders FC, says Joseph. Could be anyone, that. Seems like Yeovil awoke, says Tendy Item. Good.
He gets it.
What a save from Ramsdale. 1-1 Nicholas Bentner from Don Max. What is this? Slow Sports News. About 15 years old, that goal scoring name. Is Matoma technically better than Nonto?
What are you laughing for? Has Nonto got a degree in dribbling? He's literally the doctor dribbler.
Oh, who's this guy, man? Get him on a stand-up set. That's what I'm saying, man. This guy.
Coming from you.
This guy is. I mean, Ricky Gervais is sat there shivering right now when he hears this guy.
To answer his question, absolutely.
Absolutely not. Not in a million.
Give me
not a
evidence.
Snowball's
Bournemouth
chance
on the
in hell.
attack, sorry.
He couldn't lay. Huh?
Oh, that is the
Gordon Banks
to deny Bournemouth from.
I tell you who would have
doubling
scored
their lead in
that.
20 minutes.
Wilfred Nonto. Wilfred Nonto. would have
Is he even
spotted
playing
that.
for you today?
Yeah, he's on the
no,
bench.
he's not.
Yeah, you know what? He's on the bench.
Is Matoma playing for Brighton?
We're
yes,
resting
he is.
them. We're against Chelsea. It's an easy game, man.
Yeah.
We're resting him.
one of your big
Come on,
games.
Matoma. Nonto is honestly, I mean, he's a Ballon d'Or winner in a couple of years. This guy is genuinely one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. For his age, the things he's doing, the durability, you foul him, you clamp him, you try and snap his legs, he's still running
does
at you
bounce-
like a
he
pit
bounces
bull
off-
the
he bounces off
entire
the floor,
game.
doesn't he?
Quality. Both feet. Oh, man.
A block shot there from Saka, and it was a counter-attack from Bournemouth that put them within inches of doubling their lead here. They were
Within
onside, I
inches.
think. It was Billing who finds his man at the back
Oh,
stick.
that
It
is
wasn't
shocking,
Solanke.
to be
Who was
honest.
that at the back stick there? Couldn't
I love
finish
how
it anyway.
we were just having a mid-off between like two wingers. I bet all the big six clubs are thinking like, what are they
Ramsdale
arguing about?
and-
Nonto and Matoma. That's nonsense.
Mudryk or
Messi,
Nonto?
Ronaldo.
Well, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, a lot of
very
top
that.
six clubs will be chomping at the
Yeah,
bits to get
true.
either of them right
True.
now.
Biting at the chomp.
Yeah. Chomping at the bite.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
there you
chumps, Chelsea Leeds. Here we go.
Yeah, 0-0. I got to say, man, Leeds, it's been an impressive
That was a good one.
20 minutes
like
so
that dig.
far. Chelsea have had a couple of chances, not really anything clear-cut, though. Leeds look comfortable right now.
Chelsea just don't
haven't
look
created
like they
too
know how
much.
to score.
Yeah, but you're against a Javi Gracia side who are solid as a rock back there, you know? Solid as a Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Goal in League One, Derby. 1-0 up now against
Brighton.
Shrewsbury.
Oh,
Hayden
player.
Roberts.
Hayden
is he
Roberts. Yeah, he's a
On loan,
defender
is he?
on loan at Derby.
Nice,
That's
nice.
good to see.
Millwall 1, Norwich 0 in the Championship as well. Tom Bradshaw, after 20 minutes, gets that one. As Millwall look to push on and fight for a playoff space in the Championship.
Thank God we won't see Norwich back up in the Prem once again.
Hull obviously beat West Brom on Friday. Blackburn 1, Sheffield United 1, and Cardiff 2, Bristol City 0.
And East Fife
in the
just,
Championship
levelled
so
it as
far.
well.
Who dressed Glenn Hoddle today?
It's not the best.
I don't know.
combo,
I like
is
it, man. I think
It's
that's
like-
a decent
It
fit.
looks
You
like
know.
the guy from Scooby-Doo, you know, who has the white jumper and like the orange cravat, or is it the cravat?
What's his name again? That guy.
Oh, the blonde
Shaggy,
guy.
the other one, man.
Jeepers creepers.
Another Brighton defender, ex-Brighton defender now, Connor Golson's put Rangers 1-0 up
Looks like
against
there's an
Kilmarnock.
early substitution here at the Emirates. By the
Oh
way,
wait,
It
someone
looks
just
like
said that. João Felix just hit the bar.
João Felix has just smashed the bar for Chelsea at Leeds.
I
but
told you he's not a threat.
bad news for Arsenal fans. This, with already Gabby Jesus out injured, their replacement for the day, Leandro Trossard, is walking. Well, he's not walking. He's stumbling off, really, isn't he? And
But
Emil Smith Rowe
who's
comes
coming
on.
Emil
ESR.
Smith Rowe. That is big that they've got Smith Rowe for
Now
this
the Arsenal
tail end
fans
of
can sing the
season.
song as well, because they're both on the pitch for once.
Saka and
And another
Smith
Brighton
Rowe.
player, Daniel Mandrew, known at
That's
Lincoln,
mad.
I think.
That is mad.
We are
Faisal
Forest
Manstock
Green 1-0
Manji.
up away at Accrington. Forest Green's new manager, Duncan Ferguson,
Ooh, big dunk.
is doing well there, it seems. Bromley 1-0 up against Notts County. The latter, a team that really should be in the Football League. Oldest football club in the world.
Would
actually,
rather see,
Notts County.
Juventus black and white because of
that's
Notts
true.
County.
That's true.
But I would rather see Wrexham go up because I know there's only one automatic place. They are changing that next season in
Are
the
they?
Conference League. Yeah, I think
Really?
Conference League and the conference. Yeah, to conference division.
Panorama.
Vanarama, yeah. So I would rather see Wrexham go up simply for the Disney series. It'd be good fun. Notts County though, yeah, I agree. They should be up. Back up in
Getting
the Football
testy, baby.
League.
23 minutes in at Molineux as well. Wolves, Tottenham. Wolves in their famous gold kits. Tottenham in the kind of light blue away shirt today. Have you seen much of Pedro Porro yet? Another goal for Middlesbrough, by the way.
He's been pretty poor from what I've
Akpom
seen.
again, insane.
Yeah,
He's been
brilliant
on
striker
fire
this season.
This season,
Went
yeah.
up against Reading. Back to you.
He's
Fuad,
another
at
one though.
Molineux.
Do you reckon he could make the jump up when he comes Premier League?
Could barely make the jump from the Greek league in the Greek league. So
What about Bellerin when he comes back?
Balagan.
Sorry, yeah.
Balogun, oh, right, yeah.
Balarin, Balagan, you meant. You mix the two. Balarin. But I don't know. I'm interested to see what kind of role he plays for Arsenal. Do they actually keep him? Because they've got
Balogun's the
Nketiah,
real deal, mate.
Jesus.
Really, you reckon?
Yeah.
Scored a lot of goals in League One.
for Will Still.
All of a sudden now we rate League One?
No, well,
Well,
I've seen a lot of tweets from
I
Troop
just
saying
noticed
getting
how
back-
it's so funny. We pick and choose the moments we rate the French.
It's because of Will Still. I'm a big fan of him. You know, the
I
football
agree.
manager guy.
I like that.
Yeah, he looks good.
Isn't
And-
that another Brighton ex-player, Donnelly?
oh no, that was
No,
Con-
that's-
you're thinking of Connolly.
yeah.
Aaron Connolly, close. Yeah, that's very close.
Mate, that's so
Wolves nil,
mad. He's
Tottenham
getting fined every week because he's
Yeah.
still not qualified for
That's
the
worth
job.
it,
And he's,
though.
oh no, absolutely,
Take the
yeah.
fines, keep him
But
coming.
how is someone that underqualified doing so? Have you seen the clips of him like going from English to French?
Yeah.
Where he,
Almost as good as
literally,
AGT.
like,
Almost
almost
as good as AGT.
Fucking keep your heads together, lads. Yeah. No, I could be on.
Yeah, he's a good
Mate,
person. Good guy
honestly,
to watch.
that guy.
West Ham fan as
someone
well.
will snap him up soon.
So-
Someone in the Prem will
that?
snap
Maybe
him up.
Will Still's a West Ham fan. He said that's his
Correct
dream
name.
job.
Mate, it'll be a
so-
steal for anyone, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's the second time he's made a joke with the surname Steele.
But his name's actually Still, not even Still.
No,
yeah.
it's true.
Still.
I'll give you that. Still.
I hear it. Still.
Flow like still
Port
water.
Vale 1, MK Dons 0. Rangers have gone 2-0 up at home to Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premier League. AFC Wimbledon
That was
1-0 up against Mansfield. The cross comes in, it's a goal. Absolutely shocking defeat.
Ali Abraham.
Can you
Korean
tell
Jordan.
who scored
Penalty. Oh, I didn't get just nailed that.
Version
remember?
Sakala. 25 minutes. There you go.
Says there,
Great name.
Ali
Thank you.
Ibrahim Karim.
I think that
Alhamdi.
rivals your Michael
Ali
Owen one, to
Ibrahim
be
Karim
honest.
Al-Mahadi. There you go. What, it's better than my Michael Owen? Or?
It rivals it.
Rivals it.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, it's great, really, of course. I thought Fulham would go down saying Baby Yoda.
I thought that was Archer.
No, it's not. Actually. It's not. It wouldn't make sense though. That's mad. This Leeds guy brave to come back after the stinker, saying Matt.
Golazo.
Oh my goodness!
Goal!
Joaquin Anderson has just scored an own goal for Crystal Palace.
Oggy,
Ah.
And, it's 1-0 to the Villa now.
Wait,
What a
exactly.
turnaround in that one, Ben.
Yes, yeah, I'm happy about that. Obviously, not like Crystal Palace and all that. Yeah, Wacky Man said own goal. That's hilarious. And Stevie Sidwell, the ex-Brighton player, covering it. It's just everything you love to see.
Oh, right.
Fantastic.
But the producers have.
Good at a game of poker, Sidwell apparently.
What is that?
Yeah. I don't know. He,
Oh, I thought that
he
was a
said he
joke.
came out said he was a bit of a G at 3-card brags. Apparently. His words, not mine.
I think he's actually stating facts.
3-card brags.
No, it's
No, he
just
was.
brilliant.
Apparently,
no,
he's
you're just.
I've
great.
seen him play poker. To be fair.
No,
So.
you're just funny. Why is Robert Sanchez on the bench?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Saying anonymous
YouTube
user.
subscriber.
Diego Costa down injured it.
That could cost.
It could
Wolves.
cost them.
Oh,
You beat me to that one. You beat me to it.
I'm learning.
It's a couple of competition now, isn't it?
this is pun central. You know, puns per minute. I think this might be the highest kind of ratio we've had on the Saturday.
I'm looking forward to the
far.
XG.
So if
the
you XP, see? XP. How many puns will we make every minute? Let us know in the comments. And if you're enjoying the show, if you're enjoying the puns, let us know and like the bloody video, will you?
Tickle that
People in the
like
chat
button.
saying
Caress
Ginger
the
in the
like
chat says, but he prefers Balogun to Eddie and Nketiah. I don't know if
and
he's
that's a bit crazy.
I don't know if he's
That's
an
a bit
Arsenal
crazy.
fan or not, but I noticed over the last week or two now that Eddie's maybe goal spell has kind of dried up a little bit. Arsenal fans don't seem to be as keen on him, and they're looking forward more to Jesus' return, which is why I said I kind of want to see what happens when Balogun comes back next season. Do they kind of push Nketiah out the door and say, do you know what, we're giving you 100+ grand just to sit on the bench, or could we have Balogun? Who's,
Is that what Nketiah's on?
Yeah.
No
We're in the
way.
number
Yeah, that's the thing to
14,
do, innit?
like,
Yeah,
and that's the
heavy
thing.
shirt.
I think the plan was always to maybe he can kind of take that spot, but
I think he's done. He has like, obviously at the beginning when Gabby Jesus got injured. He done well for
done well,
Arsenal.
yeah.
I think he has done a good job. Yeah, obviously he's petered off a little bit, but I think all in all he has done a good job filling some big boots with
I agree.
Gabby Jesus.
By the way, Diego Costa stretchered off at home for Wolves. It's still 0-0 there.
say 2015, old man, get off the pitch.
DA going home.
Yeah. Could be say it's a bit of a stretch for them to come back in this one.
That's good. It's very good. Again, 2
went out.
minutes, 2 puns. The ratio is unbelievable. Bournemouth have netted the 5th fastest Premier League goal ever against Arsenal, as we mentioned earlier. It seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it?
What
Does.
Shane long time ago.
Since we got two
Oh,
guys, since we got two teams with a lot of XGs as well, someone's keeping an eye on the X puns. So at the moment we're standing at 2.17 puns per minute.
a
minute.
That is a good pun rate. That is a
Flying,
good pun rate. We just got to convert. There's a couple that have fallen by the wayside,
Yeah.
looking
I'll hold my
here
hands
and
up,
here.
Yeah.
Necessarily, but hey, keep them coming.
Well,
in,
I
guys.
hope
If you
Leeds
don't
can
shoot, you
actually
don't
convert
score.
one of these chances,
You don't
because
make
right
a joke, you
now,
don't get a laugh.
True say.
yeah.
It's all about
Get that on a
If you don't
t-shirt.
buy a ticket, you do
Don't win the
not
raffle.
win the
If you
raffle.
don't score goals, you don't win games.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know.
It's great. Emil Heskey. Should be really worried about Sir Webb. I can't say what he said in the chat, but Webb coming back from Manchester United saying Buffalo Soldier. He is, of course, the head of the PGMOL now. Who's leading the puns? Says MRR19. That's probably the lead.
Leeds.
He's dealt with 2 E's, was he?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah,
it's
he
nice. No, it's good. And the lead bit was just in capitals, and then it was ing after that.
Fair play.
AGT, have you had any nightmares thinking about Rashford versus Trent? Says anonymous user. The only
he
nightmare
has.
I had recently is I imagined, right? Imagine this. I imagined that I went to Anfield to watch Liverpool Real Madrid and we lost 5-2. That's
Yeah.
mad, isn't it?
Could never happen.
It could never.
Could never
I
happen.
think it did happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually thinking about it. Yeah.
And you
all it took was a raise of
haven't
an
beaten them
eyebrow.
in like your past 8 games or 9 meetings with them.
Sorry, how many
Got
times
one
have you
draw
played them?
one draw in that, and you lost the
We
other
did
ones.
beat them at Anfield 4-0 in 2009. So
Oh,
I'll take that.
2009.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Were you even born then?
Sorry. Want to go back in time any further, mate? do you want to go back to black and white with that one?
Relax. AGT Firmino, the best Brazilian to ever play in the Premier League. Saying Bercho 12.
That guy's obviously never seen Rafinha, so
Or Bernardo, the ex-Brighton left back.
Do you know what? Top goal scorer from Brazil in the Premier League of all time, Bobby Firmino, just shy of 100 goals for Liverpool. If I'm really honest with you boys, and I'm not even joking about this at all, I'm absolutely heartbroken to find out that news yesterday. At least a 2-year deal to get it to 10 years for Bobby. I respect the fact that he loves us that much. He's not going to go to another Premier League team. I wish him all the best because he is an absolute baller, mate. He's one of my favourite Liverpool players, full stop, ever. And he's played 346 games under Klopp, which is the most of any player under Klopp.
Sorry,
So
what happened
I'd love him,
yesterday?
mate. He's leaving at the end of the season.
Really?
On a free year. It's really sad,
where's he
mate.
going?
I don't know yet. It'll be
I
announced
would
soon.
have happily took him at Spurs, man.
That's why he's too respectful for that.
He couldn't get out of this.
I mean, listen, he's 29, 30. He should be going to one of the top teams in Europe still. I'm thinking maybe a Juventus Maybe.
Nah.
Or will he link up
So I
with
think Vlahovic will
Sadio
leave.
at Bayern?
I think go
Potentially.
go
That'd be
AC
sad,
Milan.
though. Go Milan.
They got Giroud
Replace
and all of them
Giroud
on their
and
last
Zlatan.
legs. Yeah,
Good shout.
And then
Link up with Divock again.
Liao.
Hey?
I don't know why
Liao
you're still
will
trying
be-
to pump up Divock stocks, man. Listen,
That man's stocks will never fall.
That perennial
See
bench
what he
warmer.
did. Right?
Bench, mate, that
Against
guy does
you.
it in the big
Against
occasion, mate.
you in the final. Hold that one. Big
Clout.
Divock. My G. Clearly haven't watched Rodrigo Posibon. Says King in the Indies. Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Rodrigo
Or
Posibon, you don't
Rodrigo
remember?
Moreno.
United kid. Got
Posibon.
signed about 2007, made about 2 or 3 appearances.
No, no.
That is one of the most random things to bring up.
Oh, you got to be yanking my
Chelsea.
Johnson, mate. How did he miss that?
Oh, go on, Poro.
Furpo as well. Oh,
Senior
inches,
Furpo.
Jezza.
Inches.
What a
yeah.
cutback there on the left-hand side. Furpo unable to get a foot on it. I got to say, Chelsea have missed a couple of sitters during that diatribe as well. Chilwell's missed one from about
Oh, that's a chance.
10 yards
Furpo.
out. Yeah, big chance there. Corner though.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely gutted about Bobby leaving, and I wish him all the best.
Yeah,
I actually,
respect.
my mate in Liverpool, right, said he was driving in Liverpool one time. And he had to run in the shop, and as he came out the shop, he saw a G-wagon with the window open about this much, and Bobby Firmino was blowing the smoke out the window. Apparently,
Did he have one of
this
these
was like
bad boys?
2017, 18.
Do people not think football is smoke?
Footballers smoke. They have
Oh my
snuffs
God.
as well.
Yeah, it
I've
can't
never-
be very
yes,
good.
yes,
It can't be
yes,
very good
yes,
for all
yes,
those
it's like
Liverpool
crazy.
players with
You
asthma.
see post-game presses with players with snus still in there.
Yeah.
Now. I'm like,
See Rashford the other day, pictured with
Berbatov.
Meeks Manny.
No.
And he had like a circle thing in his pocket.
Oh, they love it.
No,
Look
but
at that.
they do
Get him
it.
sacked.
Jamie Vardy literally said they
Oh,
all
yeah.
do it while they play because it helps calm them down when they're on the
Listen, man.
pitch.
for every man that does yoga and all of that, there's real men that still exist. Yeah, yeah, real men.
Big up all the yoga dons though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play a 90
Hot
minute
yoga
game,
is a good thing as well, yeah.
20 pack
Cold when you go.
Yeah, hey.
Cold yoga when he
Because I've
turns
got
up.
ice in the veins, mate. That's why.
Yeah, sure.
Unlike your
Ice
club.
in the veins.
Firmino will be sick at Bayern, saying Slamhead. Good name.
Oh,
I mean, he might actually win
very
something
good.
that
They
he-
need someone.
But
like
Yeah,
then,
imagine
but then
if someone
Salah's
said-
just gonna go and should we get the old band?
Yeah, that would be funny.
No,
Bring again.
that's the one you don't bring.
No, you
Bring
keep
the other
him.
two. The other
You
two are
keep him.
vibes.
If that did
Yeah.
happen, then you would have to say they're buying Liverpool.
Mate, even I'd be ashamed of that one.
Or they're munching all of our players.
Oh, no.
Oh no, you know what? I take it back. That was world class. What the hell?
Thank you. You made me look good.
Good, wasn't it?
That's about as good as
Can
Liverpool
we
has
get
been
an
the
update
past
on the
month.
XP, please, in the chat? I think it must have gone up, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe a
Millwall this
leaderboard for
season, maybe.
puns. like-
4.7.
So
Yeah.
4.7 we're on. Okay, that's good to hear.
Wow.
Zix Show Off says he will go to Atletico de Madrid. That would just be a massive juxtaposition. A baller from the beaches. Honestly, guys, if you put his not even his goal highlights out, but his assist highlights, that guy should never go anywhere near a football team that plays like Atletico Madrid. In my opinion,
Is
that's the antithesis
isn't
of
the
football.
isn't the manager? Is he leaving at the end of the season? What's his name?
El Cholo.
Have I forgotten his?
Oh.
Cholo,
Diego
Simeone.
Simeone.
Yeah, Simeone. Yeah, I think he might be leaving at the end of
Do you know,
of the season.
I got a story about him.
Oh yeah.
So I was in Madrid. This was 2014. It was the day we beat Arsenal 5-1 at Anfield. Remember that one? Oh, new XPs. We've got AGT is on 0.56. Fuad on 0.43.
I think that's a bit
James
high for me.
on 1.56. But leading the way is Ben with
Ben?
2.02.
The Brighton fan.
Big up to you.
leading the XP.
Yes.
Congratulations, mate.
It's impressive.
No surprise, isn't it?
Yeah, no surprise.
Just got to keep up. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's the tough part.
But yeah, I was in Madrid in 2014 and we watched the game with my scouse cousin. Liverpool smashed Arsenal 5-1. We scored 4 in the first 20 minutes. Went to this Mexican restaurant and there was this really long queue. And my cousin thought he was like the Prince of Madrid, right? Scouse kid, working in the city. He knew the people, so we skipped the queue. And as we're walking in, I look back and Cholo was in the queue, like two
you
behind.
skipped the queue and
Cholo
Simeone was in the
there,
queue.
and I felt like a nice one, mate. Yeah. Just
Take care.
going in. Enjoy.
Bruv.
Hope it's not cold out here.
Did he say anything?
No, I didn't speak to him. I just
Surprised he
saw,
didn't
I
kick
saw
off.
him. I
So
mean,
wait,
he didn't look
you
happy,
jumped
bro.
the
He
queue
didn't-
Simeone was
Yeah.
in?
Yes.
That's mad.
Levels.
Put
man.
the cojones on this guy.
I just lost some respect for you now.
Why?
This is the presenter of DR Sports, mate.
Yeah.
Come on,
Let's go
man.
Madrid
Yeah, to be fair,
Fairs. Guess levels to this shit, innit?
Yeah.
Jesus AGT, you're old AF. This was 2014. What do you mean?
Yeah.
This is less than 10 years ago,
You
people.
gotta remember, some of these are born 24.
Almost is 10
No,
years ago,
anonymous user. Honestly, man, you shouldn't even be here. You're too young, probably. King of the Indies saying the XP is 15.79, AP minus 39. I don't know what that means.
Sounds right.
Could mean anything.
Anterior posterior change.
15.79. Actual puns is 39. You are almost three times over the actual expected puns.
That is
You are
fantastic.
over
Clinical.
You are over delivering on the
Lethal.
amount of
Over
puns
the
that-
limit.
Lethal like
in a
Bizzle.
good way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unlike Hugo Lloris.
Back with a
Oh,
pound.
that's actually a good shout. Sam Mitchell here says Memphis Depay made that move to Atletico Madrid. So is it really?
Yeah,
that?
but
Griezmann as well.
Yeah.
João
was-
Felix,
that
of
was-
course.
that was-
I always think with Atletico,
I
Atletico
wouldn't really
is
compare
almost
the two.
ultimate litmus test of your character. in
Are
my
you a
eyes.
dog or not? Are you a shithouse?
A true no. Because you see people like to do that. The shithouse anti-football.
No, they are, mate.
Do you?
That's me.
Do you
I'm people
have
like
that
that.
inner belief
But
within
there's
you?
being a dog, having that dog, but
Yeah.
then there's also just being a knob
Dogecoin.
on
No.
the pitch.
Like who?
Matt Doherty nearly
How
went
many
there.
do you want me to name?
What?
Kieran
Atletico
Trippier.
players?
Hermoso,
Fantastic
Savic,
centre back.
DePaul.
Fantastic
DePaul, the
centre-back.
biggest
Rodrigo
of them
DePaul.
all.
I'm sorry. Do you know what? Yeah,
Suarez when he
do
was
you know what I
there?
love about DePaul? Yeah, DePaul's the type of player, yeah, who if you're playing against him,
Yes.
and if he's not on your team, just like we're talking now, you don't like him.
Yeah,
You
of
think,
course.
what the hell is the point of this guy? You have him playing for Liverpool. I guarantee you're the most underappreciated midfielder in the world.
This is all
Hey, if you watch the game, you miss him. If you watch Rodrigo de Paul, you see the game.
I love that type of player. The
Yeah.
one that says, "Oh, you're the best player on the team." Cool. I'm gonna stand right here, and you ain't going nowhere.
The
Messi,
Ander Herrera of the team,
Yes.
if you will.
I
Yeah,
love
very,
that.
very true.
Those
Just
are my
an
favourite type of
absolute-
players. Dogs.
I mean, to be fair, you say that, but if you were playing against him, you'd probably hate him.
No, he's an
Just for the
absolute dog.
dirty-
He's
dirty
the
things.
Rodney to the Del Boy. You know,
Yeah.
he is the. I'm out.
Yeah.
None left.
But truly, yeah, I would be surprised if Firmino goes there. I actually have no idea where he could go after Liverpool.
Funny enough,
AC
still-
and
yeah.
Bayern, I think, are the two best.
I
think
used to
he's
have
a
the
better
same
level than
barber as
Torreira.
him, you know.
Napoli.
Firmino.
Did you?
Yeah.
I can see the blonde streaks.
Yeah.
It makes
Well,
sense.
not now. When I went to Liverpool to get a trim once, my mate,
barber's number
Tox's finest, shout out Abdul. He was like, yeah. Well, he was like, you gotta go there, lad. I saw Firmino getting the trim there, kid. If you don't go fucking number one, then I'm gonna slap you, kid. So you know, I had to go down there and get the business, and
Pause.
sure enough, Firmino was there like the week before. All the
week
boys
before.
were. Well, I didn't see him personally, you
It's
know.
like saying I saw Rihanna in the Caribbean shop. Like, yeah, there's a picture on the wall of her.
saw her in
She
my
came
DMs
13 years
actually.
ago.
One of her strands of hair was still on the bar. Yeah.
So
I
one
have
time-
actually touched Rihanna though with this hand before.
Whoa, that sounds really
You
mad.
know-
Let's.
No, it is factual though. There's videos
I'm
on it
jealous.
as well.
I touched John Cena
2012.
with this hand. Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
He didn't see it though.
I've got the same hairstylist as.
There's another pun.
Can
Oh.
you guess which ones?
Same hairstyle as two Premier League footballers.
I've got the same hairstylist as two Premier League
We've done
footballers.
your last
have
time
a
I was on here. We
style.
spoke about your hairdresser.
Did we?
Yeah, come
No,
on,
no,
take the hat off.
Are you
then.
still
Come on, let's see
two-timing?
it.
You are still doing it.
So I still have two times in two.
I gotta say, you two have very sharp hairlines. To be fair.
Very strong, very strong.
All natural, mate.
Wait,
You know,
are
as a Somalian as well, that's like double points.
yeah.
You can't like, come on.
Double expected
you-
hairline.
Give us some clues then. Let's guess. Help us out a bit.
They've got similar hairstyles as me.
London-based.
Iwobi.
Yeah. Actually, let me say there's three Premier League footballers, and they all play for. Two play for London clubs, one doesn't.
Iwobi?
Similar hair to this.
They've got similar hair to me. Say that again.
Iwobi.
No, it will be wrong. Someone said Asua Koto, someone said Trent. No.
So current PL players.
Sorry, yes, Marcus Rashid, you are right. It's Somali, not Somalian.
Let me think.
Current
here.
PL players, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
current Premier League players. Elise, that's a very good shout.
Emil
Nope.
Smith Rowe.
John Joe
Eze.
Shelby.
John.
Mate, he's got alopecia.
Oh, God.
Oh, mate.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. Is it Zaha?
Ding!
There we go.
One.
That's one. Gold disallowed
Oh, it's going to be
today.
another Palace player. Eze, surely.
No,
Oh, damn it. Elise.
no,
Cahill.
no.
James.
Still.
Emerson?
Royale.
All I'll say is the comment section never got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Both of them.
I just hid that from you. The last
no, I
two, they
didn't
got
see
them.
it.
I just hid the comments now. But you've got 1 out of 3. So Zaha,
So another Londoner.
another Londoner, and then the other
Can you
one,
give us the
I'll say,
team of the another Londoner.
if I do it, it's
Yeah,
almost
go
too
on, give us the
easy.
team. We haven't got all day.
Chelsea.
Oh, Madueke.
No.
Conor Gallagher.
Well,
Chalobah.
Chalaba's number 2.
Chalobah. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
two. Last
Number
one's
3.
up north.
Up north.
How up north?
Whereabouts? Yeah.
Not northwest.
So
Sourceville.
no, that is north. That is north, mate.
Alan St. Maximin.
Manchester.
Oh.
Mane.
Ake.
No.
Damn it. What?
Rashford.
Fred.
No.
That was a good shout.
That was a good
shout, yeah.
Kind of similar still. Ooh.
How am I struggling with this?
Harry Maguire.
I'm so back. You
Ake.
are actually taking this look.
This is so hard. The chat have killed it,
Aaron
obviously.
Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, yeah.
Wan-Bissaka,
that's interesting.
Chalobah, and Zaha all go to the same guy.
Yeah, Ryan in production just said Wan-Bissaka question mark. There you go. Cheers,
Well
Ryan.
played.
Well
Thanks for
played.
getting involved,
Well
mate.
played.
Do it in the comments section.
This guy's sharper than your trim.
Joking. There he is, yeah. We've had Elanga, we've had Fred, we've had Lukaku.
Alanga's not a bad.
Do we
shout.
rate Fred's trim? You know, with the
you know
brush
what?
He looks like some like rock emo type.
I
look,
like
innit?
it, but it almost looks too FIFA-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know
pro
what-
clubs. That's like a proper pro
it's
club
like a
trim.
pro club.
Anime type.
Do you know what the problem
ish,
is?
yeah.
There's 3 strands at the back
That just
won't
stick
roll
out,
yeah.
them,
they go
and
out
they just
here.
sit down like
Yeah.
that. I'm
They're
like,
like
bro,
out here.
super glued them or something.
Yeah. That's mad, man. Oh. Firmino will go to Italy according to Allier.
Oh, red card
Is
for
that the
Forest
real
Green.
Allier?
Yeah, that would be
No,
funny.
it's not.
He's a big fan of DR.
Red card
When he stopped
for
playing Pokemon.
Forest Green. Oliver Casey taking after
Duncan
his manager
Ferguson.
there.
Yeah, there we go.
Headbutted the ref,
Big
probably.
dunk.
Big dunk. Did you see when he
Well,
got
he tells you to
interviewed for the
jump,
Forest
you
Green? Well,
Yeah.
no, he got the job, and then his interview on Sky.
Yeah.
Because you know they're like vegan club, Forest Green.
Yeah.
All the players, everything vegan.
Like everything. All
Everything.
Vegan.
Sorry?
It's a fully
Yeah.
green club, right? So they said to Duncan Ferguson, you know, fully green club. And he's like, yeah, I know it. I try to recycle. You know,
I do my part.
it's warming up, isn't it? So, you know, it's getting warm out there, so make sure you do your butt.
But it really looks like he's finding out that they only eat vegan whilst he's doing it. He's like,
Is it?
oh,
Yeah.
I've never
I take my
connected the
benefit.
dots till you just said that now. Because I always just thought it was like a random interview or something where they're asking him about, yo, do you recycle? Are you someone of...
I try
Do you care about-
to.
I do my. He's like, I'm doing my bits.
So Forest Green are actually like a club based around all
Yeah,
that.
and like
Then
no
the
plastic.
manager.
I think no plastic.
That's too
Plant
funny,
trees for
man.
every win.
That's too funny.
Only
Is
2
that what it
trees
is? Plant
planted.
trees.
Do you know what? I don't like it when people say, oh, if you win, we'll plant a tree. Plant a tree anyway.
Isn't it?
You rats. You know what I mean?
I
Who's with me on
personally
that
love
one?
Hector Bellerin.
It's like if he
Maybe.
scores,
I've never
donate
planted a
10
tree, but I
grand.
wish I could.
Donate it anyway.
Didn't Hector Bellerin do something like that once?
Yeah,
upon
it
a
was
time?
every win
yeah.
was
Second
3
half of the
trees.
season.
And then they didn't
They
win
didn't
for
win.
ages. Yeah.
People are going, bro, the trees are out here.
Yeah,
dying.
dying.
Winning games.
I mean, to be fair, you can't plant too many. You know, we need some of that carbon dioxide. So, you know.
Wow. Have some respect for the planet, if anything.
Although with the amount of pollution that comes out of your mouth, probably probably need to
bad,
plant some
not
around
bad.
here.
Rate that one.
Yeah, not bad. Absolutely good.
Absolutely world class.
We are approaching half time. It's 45 minutes
We
and
are.
3 o'clock kickoffs. It is still Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 0, Leeds 0, Arsenal 0, Bournemouth 1. Big surprise that one at the Emirates in North London. Brighton and Hove Albion 1, West Ham United 0, and Wolves 0-0 with Tottenham. I have just seen a Son big chance missed by Spurs, so they'll be looking to do better in the second half. But I wanted to ask you guys this, right? Manager of the season so far. Who are the candidates, and has a certain manager got it already, depending on how the season ends? Is there any wild card shouts? I mean, the obvious name, I think, really is Mikel Arteta. But I think De Zerbi is creeping up the ranks. if
He'd
he
be a wild
continues.
card. I think. Yeah, he'd
He's
be a
a
wild
wild
card.
card
If we
for
look
me.
at if we look at the end of the season, he could be up there. If we do qualify for Europe, then him and Arteta
for
maybe
sure.
the top
sure.
2 potentially.
Any other names you want to brand?
Well, Javi Gracia is in with a sniff. You know, if you're talking about per performance, you know.
Yeah. let's just move
Eddie
on.
Howe.
Eddie Howe.
Yeah, Eddie Howe, yeah.
Eddie Howe, but you
Howe
said it
for
yourself.
me.
He's slipping away though.
If he
Looking
does
on.
continue, but if they still get a 6th place or a 5th place finish, in my
about
it.
opinion,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
If they
like
get
me.
top 4 and
Arsenal win the
Arteta
league,
wins
it's
the league,
Arteta.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Arsenal bottled the league.
What if Arteta finishes second and wins the Europa League, but Eddie Howe gets Spurs into Newcastle into top 4?
Eddie Howe then.
What about?
Because what Arsenal
Maybe still
expected to do at the
Arteta.
beginning of the season.
Big chance, free kick here for Odegaard. And it's over.
I was gonna say for
Overgod.
a candidate,
Another one?
I was gonna say, what about Eric Ten Hag?
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm not saying in
shout.
terms of
Too
like
soon.
what achievements he's doing or whatever, but the job he's doing at United and what he's had to kind of walk in on. I think a club that's under sail, club that's needed a big culture change. It's Ronaldo saga happened. He's won a cup within that as well. You look at it, they're comfortably third, let's be honest.
After saying that, after what you've just said, I
Yeah.
think he definitely deserved a shout and some credit.
Yeah.
When they lost to us and then lost to Brentford, like you think he was going to be Eric 10 weeks, they were calling him, weren't they?
Literally 10 games.
Yeah, Eric 10 games. And I think he has done a phenomenal
And
job.
then even like his captain, Harry Maguire, who now isn't part of the squad as well, but he's built that kind of core of Lisandro, Varane, Casemiro in front of them as well.
What a signing
I
that
just
turned
think,
out to be.
and some of the signings he's made as well, I think have worked out so brilliantly as well. I think if you're talking candidates, I would
Stellini,
definitely.
Spurs.
I would have till he got dumped at the cup midweek, and then everyone would start blaming that on Conte. Nah, it was Stellini, bruv. You ain't getting away
I
with that.
can't believe Conte won Manager of the Month as well. I know we've still gone to the
That
Manager
was
season.
nasty. That's
that
like
was
you know
jokes.
when everyone does the coursework and you're just like, put
my name on
top,
it.
yeah,
Group
cool,
project.
He's been on holiday in Italy, albeit in a hospital, whatever. Yeah, wish you well. But he's somehow managed to win Manager of the Month. So
Fair
He's
play.
been watching Napoli games and all sorts.
Yeah.
He's been chilling on the coast,
Scouting
getting ice cream.
Kvaratskhelia.
Probably scouting out his next club.
Kvaratskhelia is some player, isn't it?
Brother.
They're talking about Real Madrid. They said his
Yeah.
dad's a big Madridista, so he dreams of playing there one day.
Or was it his dad's a Barca fan, but he's the
He's a
Madridista?
Madridista.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
And his
I was-
uncle said, his uncle got involved and started speaking and said, "Oh no, but he supports Madrid. It's just his dad."
I told you, Fabrizio knows all the family members somehow, doesn't he?
Yeah, man, he does in a way.
Guys got
Let us know in
more
the comments
contacts than
what
my
you
phone.
think. Manager of the season
Another
so
great
far.
shout, actually. Let me not forget. Big up Smokes, MRM. Marco Silva at Fulham. If we're talking De Zerbi, if we're talking
That's a
Ten
great
Hag,
shout, mate.
what he's doing at Fulham, bro, I think everyone had Fulham nailed on to go straight back down.
Yeah,
And what they're doing this year, you look at even the players that they have, Kenny Tete, Mitrovic, these are all almost rejects, if you
Yeah.
like. He's got the Renford rejects together and said, do you
Great
know what,
show.
we're going to make
But
a
great show.
Nickelodeon.
We've
Come on,
spoken
man.
about
Real
this, haven't we,
heritage.
already?
Come on, man.
Sure, yeah.
Williams remembered that he's Brazil as well. Brazilian, sorry.
The
under
amount of
under
players
Marco
that you're
Silva.
looking at, Andreas Pereira, written off by United.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so many players who are written off.
Paulinho
And he just said,
Paulinho,
you know
yeah.
what? We're going to come together. We're going to build something. And you have to give him credit there.
Yeah,
man.
no, it's a
Tim
good show.
Ream looks like Sergio Ramos at points this season.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on
Not
here?
just because of the hair,
Bro.
the techers as
Mamma
well.
mia.
Klopp, Ten Hag, a lot of Ten Hag shouts here, by the way. Arteta, Howe, and Ten Hag. Some of the names from Max. Maybe Chelsea need to plant trees as well. They're always in a stump. Okay.
Hell's not bad. You know what? For,
Nah, it's
for all
decent.
the puns that have been
It's
going around,
decent.
that's a good one. I'll give you
That
that.
was a good one. AGT, where does Firmino go? Spain or Italy? It could be either. Do you know what? I'd send him to
He'll go
bloody
France.
Betis.
He'll go PSG.
That's my
Betis.
Spanish.
Then it's St. Petersburg.
No, don't send him
4
there.
years.
No, actually, you know what? He'll go
Gonna be a
PSG.
Russian legend.
Because he's
No,
a
no,
selfless
no, no.
guy and he
Oh,
could
I
be
could-
used
he
to
could
unlock
see
the rest
that.
of these
He could
quality
be.
players.
I can
He
see
could
that
be.
PSG shout.
He could be, to be fair. Chelsea still can't score a goal, saying Paul in the chat. King in the Indies saying Pascal Chimbonda. I think that was the hair chat still from a little bit early on.
Oh no, he shaved his head these days, isn't he?
Is he like
Manager
is he
of-
10 minutes behind?
Yeah, no,
to
I'm
press
just,
the
I'm
live
just
button.
catching up.
Oh, right,
What's going on with this Spurs game? Why is it still going on?
Oh yeah, it's a good
Has there
point.
been a big
actually.
injury or
6
something?
minutes into injury time
Costa
here.
injury, then there was Ben Davis went down for a period as well, so there's been 8 minutes added on time. So
And a free kick right
Free
there
kick
to
on
the
the
box
edge
for
of the
Spurs.
box as well, yeah.
Manager of the season is Nathan Jones, saying Tendi Item.
I was going to say Nathan Jones and Graham Potter. If we're talking in terms of impact, those two have probably had the biggest impact as managers.
in terms of
my-
negative impact.
Yeah.
What about Thomas Frank?
Flavour of the month? It's nice.
still good, man.
He's starting no,
Very
because
good.
it's his second season
I
now.
don't give him credit for the job he's doing. I give him more credit for the fact that he's able to maintain it for the second season.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Whereas
saying.
I think Brentford are doing what they should be doing.
Oh,
Does
it's
that
come
make
off
sense?
the
No,
bar.
that's not what
free
they should
kick.
be doing.
And Kulusevski with the strike. What a
Not
free
with
kick.
the
That was
money
out of
they've
skip.
spent. That is not what they should be doing. The fact
skip.
that he's managed to keep them this point for a second season in a row, arguably more impressive than Silva. Because to do it for one season when you're an unknown commodity is one thing. To do it for a second season when everyone knows what to expect from you and the pressure starts
With more unknown
gearing up.
players as well, you could argue than Fulham as well.
Could argue.
I genuinely don't think that. I think they're overachieving.
I think their
still.
Moneyball system is very good. They're similar
is
like
very good.
Brighton,
It's
man.
pretty sick.
I don't look at Brentford like they're just
Chance.
any relegation
That's
team that
poor.
got promoted. They're actually got a plan and a system in place, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Like-
but that also goes down to the manager as well. He's a big part
Whereas
of that.
Fulham, I think when they came up, I didn't look at them like Brentford. They had a plan. I looked at Fulham like, these guys again. They're going back down. But then you look at the job they've done. You look at how their players have performed. I don't know. I'd give it to Silva over Frank. But I'm not. That's not to say what Frank has done is not good.
The
I just
interesting
wouldn't
thing will
Frank
be
Lampard could be
when
interesting.
Brentford lose Tony, inevitably, surely. Well, like, how do they deal with that? Because he is obviously their talisman.
Do they lose him
They've
to
got
a
a
top
couple
6
of
club or to
guys that have come in,
HMP?
though.
With Sam Mbembo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not like the
Consistent
big
like that,
strikers
yeah.
like Tony.
Yeah, no, he's going to be a big miss, isn't
Wow, look at the XG for
You can
Wolves.
bet on that, AGT.
That is the first time I've ever seen a 0
he? That one went
XG.
over your head.
Yeah, it did.
What?
I said you can bet on Ivan Tony being a big miss.
Yeah, you can.
Went
Yeah.
over your head like a sleeveless jumper.
Oh no.
Well, listen, you've got to listen out, haven't you? It's a great free kick, to be fair, from Tottenham. Who was it? It was Pedro Porro.
Pedro Porridge.
Pedro Porro.
Finally got a free kick taker who isn't Harry Kane.
Another pun.
No.
PPP equals PPP. We had that on
Poor
before.
planning leads to piss poor performance.
There you go. It's
Ooh.
actually
5Ps.
poor planning.
That's what I said.
Sorry.
Exactly what I said.
So I'm down one. We'll
You're
go
down
one.
bad. Look at that, John Jones, mate. The return of the GOAT. I'm
He's coming back
very
to UFC
excited for
tonight.
that. Yeah, big
Yeah,
fan.
Johnny
probably
Bones.
is the GOAT, really, when you think of what he's achieved in the sport.
Yeah.
Half time then
chance.
confirmed now at Wolves. It's 0-0 between Tottenham and Wolves. Bromley 1, Notts County 0. That's half time in the National League. It's half time in all the games in the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League. We're asking you, who is the manager of the season so far? Is there going to be a name that maybe pops out that we haven't mentioned so far as well? Who knows? But to round that off, I will go for it to be announced at the end of the season that the manager of the season will be.
Come on, there's only one name.
Jurgen Norbert.
Certainly not Jurgen Klopp, that's for sure.
I think it's Arteta.
Do you think he gets it
it's
even
Arteta.
if they finish second, Arteta?
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
If they win
do.
Europa League as well.
It's a poison
No.
chalice.
I don't
isn't
think
it,
they
finishing
cover that, but
second?
yeah.
Yeah. it
Because
is.
if someone said to them at the start of the season, "Do you want to finish second?" Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
But because you've been so far ahead, if
I
you
think
throw
there's
it
still a
away
shout
now,
if he does finish
matters.
second.
Context matters. I'm sorry.
It does.
Yeah, kind of like finishing third in a 2-horse race, you know?
Huh?
Kind of like finishing third in a 2-horse race, you know? You can
Sorry,
call that an achievement
who
all
are
you
those
want, but
shots
that's pretty poor.
What's this?
The only side I've seen finish third in a 2-horse race. This man over here. And what's this? Style. What it is.
You look like me after I leave
More
Boomtown,
class
mate.
than your local secondary school.
How would you know?
But the manager of the season is Arteta for me. Nailed on. They will win the league. They'll win it in style. And
Like yourself.
Yeah, like myself. And
Hopefully a bit better
they will
than
do
that.
it. Arteta for me. What he's done at Arsenal, like I said, the way he's managed to lead that team, the way he's managed to cultivate that squad, who for the past few years really didn't look. I mean, they looked further than Man United away from winning a title. And you talk about the job Ten Hag's done. What Arteta's done is he usurps that even for me.
You look a bit like, you know.
Don't say the
Kurt
Sav
Cobain
bomb again.
met
The
Jimmy
Sav.
Savile.
Don't drop the Sav bomb again. No.
Kurt Cobain. then.
The
Can't
Cubana
believe.
in
RIP.
Havana.
Yeah, right,
absolutely. Get back to hugging trees, says Dan Watson.
Huh? Love to.
Who is this B-Tech Sean O'Malley?
Who's
O'Malley?
Sean O'Malley. Oh, yeah, Sean
O'Malley, yeah.
O'Malley, yeah.
Who's that guy again? I recognise
you-
him.
Sugar
UFC.
Shay. Is it Sugar Shay? No.
Oh, Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Sean.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
That was stupid. Sugar Sean.
No trophy, no
He's
manager of the season,
big
says
fan.
Arctic Temper.
Interesting.
Just hope this guy's team get managerial bounce win versus Leeds, saying Rizza. Poor man's Orlando Bloom, says
You know, they
Undone.
actually,
it's not
to
really.
be fair, they
That's still a really good
It's a
compliment. Yeah.
compliment.
what they
You heard
used
that
to
one?
call me were, well, I get Orlando Bloom a bit. I don't know who that is though. I don't know who that is.
Sorry?
My actual nickname was Riz Feeney.
Wait. You don't know who Orlando Bloom is?
No, I don't know who Orlando Bloom is. Couldn't pick him out of a crowd for you. I don't know.
It's sometimes
He could be
it just-
blooming in the morning for all I care. I've actually been to Orlando, beautiful place, but this geezer, I don't know.
Good save.
Oh God, love
is
the
he?
show, but this guy's making it unbearable. Says
Great
Mitch,
actor.
1992.
Well,
have you ever
Bear
seen
does
Pi-
usually hug trees, so makes sense.
there you go.
Have you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, I have, I think.
So you know who?
Yeah,
I know Johnny
you've
Depp.
seen films in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
then
him.
the other guy.
The other guy.
I don't remember watching it.
Okay, go and watch Lord of the Rings. Saying Max, Poundland
Oh, yeah, I know.
Espresso. Saying
Espresso.
saying Buffalo. Big up to you.
Yeah, of course, Lord of the Rings.
Bring on Ty, says Rashad. There you go. As I mentioned then, it's half-time between all the teams in the Premier League on the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We're asking now which English clubs will progress in through the Champions League. As we know, this week we've got Chelsea and Dortmund facing off at Stamford Bridge. Is the aggregate score of
Huge
1-0 to Dortmund. It's a massive game on that night. Can Chelsea, I mean, listen, they're currently half-time against Leeds 0-0, but they just have not been able to score for love nor money. I think it's 6 goals since November the 9th in all comps. Can you see anything other than a Dortmund victory here going through?
I'm gonna say Chelsea are gonna go through.
Really?
I think
Okay.
Stamford Bridge will be a very hostile atmosphere, and I think that could make the players kick on and get a huge win against Dortmund. I think, yeah, I can see that
I
happening.
think it'll be the opposite. I think
Yeah.
it could be almost too toxic to the point where the Chelsea fans are seeing almost Potter out. It's almost like
That's too much of a big game for them to do that, though.
Versus Man United, that game when he substituted
Yes.
Lucas Moore,
Yeah.
and it was almost like Spurs fans had it, and everyone in the stadium that day was letting the board know this man can't go on. I feel like this could be one of those kind of days for Potter, and especially if they get dumped out the Champions League, which previously I think under Tuchel was, even though the ship's kind of sinking, we've at least got the Champions League or we've at least got the FA Cup. If they're now out of everything,
But that's why I think the fans will think, right, let's get behind them for one more time. This is our last chance to save our season. I think they'll back him one more time.
I don't know if Chelsea's a real atmosphere like that, in my opinion. I don't know.
We didn't think
Chelsea
Arsenal
aren't
fans
really
had that at the
get
Emirates, though,
behind
did we? We didn't think
Similar
Arsenal had
atmosphere
that.
in a
They
vacuum,
seem
mate.
to.
The Brighton guy looks like a Poundland Eric Dyer, saying Bean
Oh,
Des.
was it? Yeah, Eric Dyer. I got who's the Mexican boxer last time? That was quite a
Canelo.
good one. Canelo, yeah.
I got him the other day.
Pineda.
Did you?
Not bad
yeah.
ones, to be fair.
I actually got him
Canelo.
the other day as well.
Canelo.
I got Xabi Alonso, David Brent, and Canelo in the same street.
That's a great three.
Yeah,
That is so very.
so
David
very.
Brent.
That's what I mean. Big up. But yeah, I'm going for a Dortmund win on that one. I think if they get one, that crowd turns toxic, and the manager has to almost be escorted safely out of the ground after that one. If they lose today and that one, then
We saw him chase them down, didn't they? Recently, was it a month ago or so? Do you remember they chased him down when Potter was leaving the game? I can't remember. They might have got like a
yes,
draw at the
they were
Bridge.
actually shouting encouraging.
Yeah, it was really
words at him.
encouraging. Yeah,
Might
that
not
was
be
how
this
things
time,
have changed now. Yeah, very
Go on,
they have
Potter, stay. You're the man.
You're the best
You're the
manager in the
magic
world,
man.
Potter.
Yeah,
We back you.
yeah.
Nope.
Do some magic. Get your wand out. Benfica also not like that.
Okay.
Benfica also playing Club Bruges, who is managed by Scott Parker.
Yeah.
You know, Scott Parker gets sacked from Bournemouth after losing 9-0 at Anfield.
I think he's got more draws than he's got wins or losses there as well. He's
Really?
not doing great there.
He's got more draws than IKEA, I tell you.
Got more draws than you.
I've recently started an FM save with Anderlecht.
Have you?
So me
Taking
and
over
Scotty
from Vinny.
Parker are kind of back and forth
Yeah.
in, so I've been keeping an eye on the Belgian league lately.
He's gone from Net-a-Porter.
FM does this to you, man.
What about USG? Are they any good? You know, the Union Saint Gilloise?
Union SG?
Yeah,
They
USG.
actually came second last year in the Belgian, and that was their first year getting promoted.
Yeah,
back
yeah,
into
so
the Belgian
they're
league.
our affiliate
They're
club,
like your
right.
feeder
Yeah,
club, aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah.
And I remember that's when Mitoma
Yeah,
was on
Mitoma,
loan.
yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was looking at them and I was like, what's all these Brighton links? And
Yeah.
I was like, it all
Makes
makes
sense.
sense now. But yeah, good development league as well, I'll say.
Yeah, it is.
But Benfica play Club Bruges on Tuesday night, 2-0
One for the
up.
hipsters, man.
That one
definitely
there.
one for
So
the
Scott
hipsters.
Parker went from Net-a-Porter to netting the Club Bruges job. Some transformation for him. Bayern versus PSG. This one is in the balance. It's 1-0 Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. This one. We have watch-alongs for both of these games, by the way, on DR Sports. Bayern PSG. wow, that is the final in 2020, wasn't it? Such a massive game.
If PSG don't do it this year, I think it's getting a bit embarrassing.
We say this every year, though.
I was going to say.
Yeah, but
It's
now
like
you've
City
got
every year
now
as
you've
well.
got Messi. I mean, to be fair, this does seem like the year they will do it. Messi
Yeah,
wins the
that's
World Cup, wins PSG their first Champions League.
Wins the Ballon d'Or.
Wow, and everyone's saying he's done. People like Fuad over here trying to come at the
Messi.
King's Head all year round, and then for him to prove you wrong with
Bruv,
one of the most masterful campaigns of all time.
Yeah, because I'm asking him to turn up at the
You
World
are
Cup.
coming at
I'm sorry.
every single
Well, let me
chance,
ask you a
mate.
question.
The guy
Do big
misplaces
players-
one
do big
pass and
players
you run him
turn up
like a
at the big
rash.
moments?
Not
Yes
all
or
of
no?
them. Not all of
Do
them.
big players turn up at
Yes.
the big
Yeah,
moments?
and he does.
Do you want them to? So when Messi has repeatedly not turned up...
That's
at the World
absolute waffle. He has
Can I-
always
can I finish
turned
the
up.
sentence? Yeah. When Messi has not turned up at every World Cup, and I ask him to turn up, and he finally does, what's the problem? He did what I asked him to.
Okay, fair enough. I think
Someone asking a question,
problem, is
mate.
it?
I do think the
You can't,
what was it?
You can't
Jumped
put
up.
expectations on greats anymore now. All right,
What did
cool.
you call him though? Jumped up hormone injecting.
What?
What was it?
Wow.
Twitter. He said.
Oh, come on, you're bringing Twitter to... Come
Sorry,
on, man.
sorry. On screen Fuad
Listen.
and Twitter Fuad
Listen,
is just a whole separate thing, isn't it?
Come on, man.
You know?
Pre-12, post-12. I'm like 4 different people in one, man. That's the benefit of me.
I think that's called schizophrenia.
Hey, man, that's what they say.
Wow.
That's what my doctor said, yeah.
Right, let's get back into the comments. Fuad getting exposed, saying Tendy item. Fuad watching the Camels League,
It's not
saying
exposed.
Juan 1000.
Everybody knows this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What else we got in the comments? The French League equals the Farmers League. The thing is, though, does it? Because
Oh, well, when it's
you see-
Balogun, we love it and rate it. But
and also, it's
come
like maybe we're the Farmers League. Have you ever
What?
thought of that?
when City are winning 4 out of
yeah.
5 league titles, yeah, I think so.
That was a bad night for
I don't know about that one,
British
Chief.
teams.
Maybe.
They don't want to talk about that uncomfortable
funny though.
conversation.
Obviously, if
Maybe
let's say if Will still was foreign and there was a foreign manager that plays Football Manager managing in the French league, then we would probably laugh and say even a bloke that plays Football Manager is manager in that Farmers League. But because he's English,
Yeah,
we're
that's-
like, he's sick. He's going to be the next big thing.
British
And
bias.
I'm here for it. I'm here for the British
Yeah.
guys.
Go on, Will Still.
on,
Will
Will
he
Still.
still be the manager next season? That's
Wee.
That's so many on this guy. Tottenham Milan, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. 1-0 aggregate score line. How you feeling? Can he turn it
Nervous.
around?
Yeah, we can. Will we? I don't know. You don't know which Spurs team you're going to get from week to week, whether it's the one that's going to beat City and Chelsea or the one that's going to get dumped out by Sheffield and lose to Leicester 4-1 at home. So, honestly, every week it's almost like a... Don't know what you're going to get. So I'm hoping we can actually do something, because our only kind of hope of any silverware, not that we have any realistic chance of winning it, but to at least progress to the next round. Because I look at AC Milan and they're probably in the same situation as us, where very inconsistent,
Yeah.
struggling to find form, and they're there to be got at. We've both got injuries to both of our teams as well, so it's just as bad a situation as each other. Question is last time we showed we can be worse than you, basically. Oh, you can make defensive mistakes? Oh, watch this, we can make some worse.
Yeah. No, exactly. Porto Inter as well on Tuesday night. That was
Doing 2
strange.
watch-alongs for that as well on Wednesday as well.
Nice.
For double watch-along. So join us for that.
DR.
Yeah, on DR.
Beautiful stuff, mate. Love to see it. Man City Leipzig as well. 1-1 on aggregate there. Do we think that Man City go through, or is another Champions League upset on the cards for the citizens?
I do, yeah, that would be surprising. It would be funny, of course, because they seem to be cursing that tournament or competition. I would like to see him go through just for the English clubs. Being a fan of a club that's outside the Big Six, I like to see English clubs go through. But obviously, I do like to laugh at them when they do go out. I can see City going through that. Maybe not comfortably, but they'll go through.
Okay, nice. Middlesbrough now 3-0 up at home to Reading. Tuba
Atcom
again.
The second goal scorer, Aaron Ramsey. Is that the Aaron Ramsey?
No,
Is it
no,
for Rangers?
It's a different one.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay. Is it
No,
Jacob
it
Ramsey?
is the Aaron Ramsey.
Or is it Jacob Ramsey's
No,
brother?
it's the Aaron. If it's Rangers, then it's the Aaron
No,
Ramsey.
no, sorry,
it's
Middlesbrough.
They've
Oh,
got
no,
an
no,
Aaron
no.
Ramsey
Yeah,
as well.
I think it's Jacob Ramsey's brother,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
He's,
chap.
he's got a problem. And
Yeah.
Chukwuemeka as well has got one as well. Yeah, I remember Villa had a couple of them.
Asnat is in trouble, saying Mr. Handball.
Would Fuad take Michael Carrick at Spurs, says Anonymous? Hell no.
Doing well
Brother.
at Middlesbrough, though.
What? You think I haven't seen Frank Lampard do well at Derby?
Yeah, that's the
You think,
thing.
bro, I've seen all these young managers do well in the Championship. Come do it in the Premier League and show me the big time. They were gassing up Nathan Jones just a couple months ago. How did that turn out? Don't give me these
now
work
going-
experience, man, bro.
He's
Give me
actually
real
gone back
dogs.
to playing Sunday League.
Listen,
Nathan Jones.
there's only a few names in mind after Conte for me. It's Brendan Rodgers, Gallardo, Ruben Amorim. That's all I'm trying to hear.
Okay, fair enough.
You're lucky you left the
Iraola?
studio, James, by the way. For those Disney James left, because they just showed a graphic of Leeds in the relegation zone.
Yeah, they did.
Southampton with Bournemouth winning, innit?
Mitch 1992 in the chat says, mad stat, this is the first Arsenal 11 without a Wenger player since 1985. How can that be true? Wenger only joined in 96.
What does he mean by a Wenger player as well?
Well, without
Yeah.
someone that
Definition
Wenger's
of-
managed.
Who, though?
But who did Wenger manage in 1985 that played for Arsenal?
Wenger only came in
Well,
96.
Well, since 1995.
Yeah. So when he left, but I'm trying to think what Arsenal players in this team that Wenger was managing.
Well, there are none now.
Well,
Well, actually,
El
Granit
Nini.
Xhaka. So
Was
El
Granit
Nini.
Xhaka?
Granit
El
Xhaka
Nini.
was under Wenger. So
Yeah, Granit Xhaka had a season.
so maybe he
No,
means
they're saying
academy
this is the
play.
first 11, not
Yeah,
like the
this-
first squad.
Oh, 11.
Yeah.
I'm struggling
I'm
to.
not
Well, I
sure what
guess
he
yeah.
means.
There
No,
are no. As in,
thanks
it's the
for
first
Super
time
Chat
they've had
anyway.
an 11 that haven't been under Wenger. Yeah.
Now you're talking more. Anonymous came back and says, would you take Luis Enrique? Now you're talking a little bit more.
Luis Enrique, really?
Yeah. Have you not seen what he's been doing with that mediocre Spanish team, taking them to a semi-final?
I don't know. A lot of Spanish people I've spoken to have been quite critical
Yeah,
of
Spanish
his
they're not
Spanish
happy with
decision.
it.
Yeah,
Spain fans.
It'll
Spanish
probably
people
bring-
are spoiled. That's
it'll
why.
probably,
They've seen
4-0.
World Cup winners. They've
It's
seen
Akpom
Euros winners.
again.
Oh my
Chupa
It's a hat trick
Akpom.
for the boy. Middlesbrough
Wow.
4, Reading 0. Some route there.
That's some good
Up north in
reading
Middlesbrough.
for the Middlesbrough fans.
Or not good reading for the Reading fans.
Yeah.
There you go. I feel like the puns have started to dry up a little bit.
Yeah, let's pick 'em up again,
get-
guys.
You know,
Oh, you want us to juice
It
her up?
was
All
half time.
okay. I was taking a break.
It
to
was
be
half
honest.
time.
it's gone down a bit.
I was having a
but
Kit
the
Kat,
second
you know?
half has started again.
All
so
right,
we
we'll get
should-
the cigars going. We'll get the puns going. We'll have a good time. All right. Who's
Oh
got a
no, it's
lighter
not
for this?
Chuba's goal. It's Aaron Ramsey.
Aaron Ramsey's goal.
Second.
Second.
That's his second.
Derby 2,
Aaron
Shrewsbury
Ham.
1.
Roll.
Tom Bayless. Goal for Chelsea against Leeds!
Oh, you're yanking my Johnson. Nah, man. Are you kidding me? It's so against the run of
Wesley
play.
Fofana.
Fofana. Oh, my
Fofana's save
God.
for the Leeds fans.
Right as I get the cigar out, of course, mate. Typical skid mark defending, man. Honestly, I can't believe it, man. Chelsea have looked like doing nothing all game, man, without a sniff. Let's see
they've
who's
got-
at fault for this.
Brighton, come on!
Mate, you have unbelievable results when you come
I
on
love
this
it.
Oh, and I bet it's going to come from the corner. Shock horror.
Yeah, it's a nice trip. It's a nice
Get a
trip.
hotel, get a nice
Yeah,
hotel.
shout out to you. Joel Veltman, wow.
Joel Veltman gets the second goal
Love
for
that
Brighton
for
at
you,
home to
Joel.
West Ham. Bad result this at the minute for West Ham as they linger
a couple
down
years
there
now,
in the
isn't it?
troubled areas
900k.
of that table.
Thinking from
Ajax, yeah, man.
Yeah, because I remember he was meant to be like a decent young centre back, and then you lot just stuck him right back. And
Yeah.
Guy, man, I
As
told you
Potter
Melié's
always does.
useless, man. What's he doing? He's not useless. He's a great goalkeeper.
Talk
But
us
what the
through that
hell
goal.
are they doing? Oh, talk him through it, mate. He leaps like a salmon, yeah, but he's got no one near him, man. You could build a mansion around this guy. You could stick 5-meter rulers on every single vertex of his body, and there'd still be no one touching him, man. Honestly, it wasn't even
Vertex?
great movement. You just left him in acres of space there, man. Easy, sloppy goal to give away.
Loving it.
Now we're condemned to the relegation zone.
fantastic.
In the
it's
mud,
always- it
James
always-
Toon.
It always happens when James is overly cocky. I know.
I am never overly
It's whenever-
Leeds fans are never
I
cocky,
am
though, let's be
confident in
honest.
prediction, but always humble in victory or defeat.
I remember the last
yeah?
time I saw him was the United game where he was talking about he was going to pummel
4-0
United
he said.
4-0 at Old Trafford.
Which game? And then what was the final score?
And
Yeah.
what was the
We
final
beat
score?
them 5-0.
I don't know. They got battered anyway the next day.
Yeah, well,
And it was
shocker. 1-0.
hilarious to just see that moment of realization of, no, we are shit.
It's fine. He's
time to exit.
look at the league table. They're in the
Well, I
relegation
wouldn't go
zone.
that far. Yeah,
Not
we are
looking
pretty
good there. Graham Potter under pressure, or is he, if he wins this game? But Chelsea have lost their last 3 games in all competitions, failing to score a single goal. They've not lost more consecutively since October and November 1993. Could today's Leeds game be the make or break for Potter? We know that they're 1-0 up now.
Another stat for Chelsea before this game. I think they went on their first streak of losing games consistently without scoring for the first time since 1929. Before this game.
No.
They want to lose.
There you go.
Yeah.
Almost 100 years.
They were also unbeaten at Stamford Bridge in like their last 6 or something. So.
Oh, now he's back in Chelsea.
Well, I'm not backing them. Of course, they're going to lose now. We're going to end it. You know, just.
Matisse has said that the point has already come and gone to replace him. So he's clearly not happy with Potter, and he already thinks that the time has, like I said, come and gone to actually move him on and go
He's
forward.
lost his
But
magic,
the players back him. That's what I don't. All the players in the interviews, they say they're really happy with him. They think that their future's looking bright under him. And if, as a fan, if the players back the manager, you should too. And mate, you could say that, you know, Reece James done that interview as well, where he was saying Chelsea will be a huge team, will we win Champions Leagues under him. You could say maybe it was acting just to back the manager, but it seemed like he was being honest when he said that. And yeah, I don't know, Chelsea fans should back them because the players do as well. Otherwise, then it creates a divide.
Well, will it be 3 points or Quidditch tonight for Potter? Let us know in the chat. Indeed. I don't even like Harry Potter as a franchise.
No, I'm not the biggest fan.
Never been into it.
Never.
Never been a nerd.
Yeah, it was. The game was pretty decent. The PS2 game was pretty good.
Ain't there a new
so
one
you
out?
had a PS2, but
Yeah.
you don't know who Orlando Bloom is?
Why the hell would it? Why would that? What, the two
Lord of
are
the
not
Rings game on
mutually
the
exclusive
PlayStation.
things
Play the
here.
Lord of the Rings game.
That
No,
was
I've never even
elite.
watched Lord of the Rings.
Man.
No, neither did I, to be fair.
Oh, there you go. Exactly,
Well,
mate.
I still know these things, you know.
Yeah.
But there you go. Not
I
everyone
predict
is,
these teams.
I have played the Harry Potter game, by the way, the new one, Hogwarts Legacy. It looks stunning. It's insane.
I think
For
the
any
game's
games
lost
out
its
there.
magic, to be honest.
Nice. Chance for Arsenal. Martinelli fires over the bar.
Actually,
54
Arsenal need to
minutes
score.
gone
They're our
there.
last hope of clawing out the relegation zone.
Farting Ellie.
Oh, man.
Back Potter says the guy who lost him but got someone better. Love it, says
Yeah.
Emma K.
I'm not bitter because we improved somehow, which
Fair
is
play.
mental. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, we've improved since he's gone. So thank you, Chelsea, for taking him off our hands.
Nice. Very cool.
They're cherry.
Fuad ain't too keen on this Leeds fan, lol, says Kiverson. No.
Cliverson?
These guys are actually very close.
Kiverson?
Kiverson.
I love him more than you believe.
More than
More than you believe.
More than you can believe. Still 1-0 Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, 55 minutes into that one. Schalke, great name for the scorer there. Kevin Schlotterbeck.
Yeah. Schlotterbeck.
It's a great
Proper
name.
German name.
Proper.
Innit? His brother plays for Dortmund.
Had a
didn't he?
decent card
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
on FIFA as well.
And Bochum with a consolation there, perhaps, at home to Schalke. Still no goals in Wolves, Tottenham, Fuad. What's going on at Molineux?
First half, we looked like we should have got something, but second half just kicked off about 5 minutes ago, and I don't know, man. As I said, with Spurs, you never know what you're kind of going to get. They've just had a chance across the face.
Wowza.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Willy Bolly getting the ball across
Jimenez
and
playing it
Jimenez
across,
across to
Willie scored today.
Semedo. Well, he can't score there.
Should be 1-0
Semedo
there, to be
miss.
fair.
Willie couldn't finish.
Yeah, absolutely. Commentary 2-0 up away at Huddersfield. Neil Warnock's Huddersfield. Gustavo Hamer with the goal. That's actually the name of my dog.
Hey, man.
Oh my God!
Man, I can't be arsed, man. I can't be arsed. Useless
Marcos
guys.
Senesi
Useless guys.
doubles the
man.
lead for the Cherries, but will they pluck Arsenal and
Like that, yeah, plucking cherries.
beat them today?
Brilliant. That is
it's
insane.
Typical. Watch Spurs go and bottle it to Wolves now.
Let's
as
have a
well,
look at
man.
this goal.
Please.
Michael
Ball
B.
comes
Jordan's
in.
Bournemouth.
Oh
It's
my
gotta be
God,
forward.
man. Honestly,
No.
Arsenal are
Arsenal.
useless, man.
Unbelievable. By the way, Norwich have gone 2-1 up away at Millwall now. It's Tom Bradshaw with the own goal for Millwall. But let's go back to
Faye
the
Sensei
Emirates
scoring
as we
against you
see
as well,
Harry
man.
Kane take an
Faye
awful
Sensei.
dive in this
Right,
Wolves
whoa,
game,
whoa,
but wins
whoa,
a free
don't do
kick
that.
nonetheless.
Wow. This is a shock. This is a
Unbelievable
shocking,
now.
shocking result. I cannot believe
This
this.
is incredible news coming from North London and the Emirates in particular.
Can we
I'm
think
not
of some,
even
can we
surprised,
think of
mate.
some Michael B.
Not
Jordan
even
puns
surprised.
around Bournemouth winning? Any Creed jokes? Obviously, his film came out this week.
Creed.
No.
Please don't.
Let us know in the
show
chat if you've got any.
Creeding 3 points here, Arsenal,
Yeah.
to stay
You
at the
could
top
potentially
of
call
the league.
Bournemouth Assassin's Creed.
You could. And there's
Yeah.
the goal. It's a great header
Oh.
from Senesi. And he celebrates in front of the travelling Cherries.
Big limbs.
Sensei.
And that
Oh, no,
is
it's Senesi. Oh, it's
Senesio.
Sensational.
Senesi.
Nick Senesi.
I'll try it again later. Free kick for Harry Kane on the edge of the box. He shoots and he hits the wall. It's a waste. It's a waste.
Oh,
And
go
they're
on,
appealing
Adams.
for a handball, which they won't get. Stoke are 2-0 up away at Sunderland, who are hoping to get back in the Premier League. Tyrese Campbell, the son of Kevin Campbell, finding the net to double Stoke City's lead away at the Stadium
They
of
looked
Light.
good against us midweek. We had them in the FA Cup. They actually looked pretty decent.
Yeah.
Put up a good
Matty Renton
show.
wants them back in the Prem.
Why
Can
would
I
you want them
say
back in the
Sunderland,
Prem?
so he can have the derby back.
Oh, Sunderland. Sorry, I thought you meant Stoke. Right?
No, keep them away for a long time.
get him out.
Forever.
Yeah, Sunderland would be jokes. Sit back in the Prem.
Oh, can I say that is absolute car crash
It's a great
defending from
header.
Arsenal
It's a
there.
great header.
Nah, I'm sorry, that
Partey
is
marking
horrific defending, mate.
Sensei. Not Sensei. what?
Senesi.
Honestly, they're stood like statues. I've seen more movement in a still image, man. That's ridiculous.
But remember when you used to again, you might be too young, but you know when you used to press pause on your VHS and the pause screen would be like this. It wouldn't be a
Shaking
still
around.
image.
Yeah.
So, yeah, happens sometimes. Rangers now 3-1 up at home to Kilmarnock. Tavernier scoring for Rangers.
You know, he's a
He
Leeds fan.
scores so many
Is he?
goals, doesn't he?
He is a Leeds
Yeah.
fan, yeah.
Tavernier.
Well,
can't we get
penalty
him?
spot merchant.
And free kick. He scores a lot of free kicks.
Set piece
He was their
merchant.
top
Set piece
scorer last year.
merchant,
Yeah. He pulls through in
goals.
Europe
Say, when
big
you
time,
take all
man.
the penalties, all the
that
free
was
kicks.
that was a mad season. Was that when they were done their European?
Yeah, under
That's
Stevie.
That's like
Steven Gerrard.
Rata, you donkey.
takes everything. Penalties, free kicks.
Kane.
Bruno's a little bit like that. No, but he doesn't actually bag his free kicks, does he?
Rafinha was like...
Gerrard used to be that guy. Free kicks and pens, yeah, come on.
I don't know if I ever recall Gerrard being a free kick guy like that.
Are you joking me? I can name you 5 right now. Arsenal at home, Portsmouth at home. Great chance for Wolves just there, by the way. Great save from
You know who
Forster.
could take
He's
them all?
yawning, but it's
Messi.
mad.
Scored a beautiful free kick last week. See that one?
He's a
95th
specialist.
minute.
I'll give him the tag of free kick specialist. Gerrard, allow it.
No, I think Gerrard's up
Long
there.
range
Ben.
specialist we can do.
I think Gerrard's
Free
up
kick
there.
Specialist Gerrard.
Do you not
Would you
remember
ever
the-
put
Hey, you got to show
Gerrard
some
in the
respect
I
here.
wouldn't.
This
Like,
is the greatest English
let's
midfielder
stop
of
the
that
revisionism.
generation.
If I think of Liverpool free kick takers,
Show
I
some-
go,
show some
I know,
respect.
You lot are
Free kicks
just
he scored.
I go to John
Show
Arisa.
some
Gerrard
respect.
is not. Listen,
No.
listen carefully to what I said.
James.
Gerrard is not a free
crazy.
kick specialist.
No.
I would never
you
put.
serious?
If you told me line up
This
the
is-
top 10 free kick takers of that era, I wouldn't even put Gerrard in there.
Slippy G don't get in
so you
there.
don't remember, or you're refusing to acknowledge that all the free kicks he scored?
He might have been a good free kick
I'm
taker.
gonna look it up.
Is he
Oh my-
better? Would you, John Arisa, when I think of Liverpool free
was he
kicks,
better than Morten
AGT.
Gans Pedersen as a free kick taker?
Yes, of course he was. How dare you?
Look at this. This is how they know. They don't know free kicks. They just love players, and that's it. Morten Gams Pedersen was a certified free kick taker.
Now
That's
you
a
just like to
specialist.
go for the niche players.
not
That's it.
niche.
I
He was the
cracked the
record
code of
goal
you,
scorer
mate.
in Premier
You
League
are a
free
niche
kicks.
man.
So
There's no niche
scoring
about
direct.
it.
So okay, scoring directly from 10 free kicks isn't good enough.
That's
for you, no?
not a specialist.
Bear in mind,
That's
James
an
Ward-Prowse
averaging-
is on
that's
17,
averaging-
7 more.
Bro,
So
that's
Sorry, Gerrard's on
But
10.
you've kind of,
Yeah.
you've
His-
kind
his
of
whole
spotted
career.
the
Whole career,
argument
that's not
there, 'cause
impressive.
Ward-Prowse has played like
Man are telling me
half
10
of
free kicks for their whole careers as
games.
That's not
specialists.
impressive.
Allow it.
No.
Yeah, man are play. I'm not watching this. I refuse to watch this highlight
You're
reel.
a mess.
I'm not. The man are playing me 11 goals. Come on, man.
Surely John Arisa scored more. I know I've said it.
Like, I would put him in
Yeah.
the free kick specialist.
He broke
category.
someone's leg with the free kick. That's how
Alan
much of a
Smith.
specialist he was.
Alan
Man's got bodies on his free kicks.
Yes, you got bodies.
Bodies.
Oh, red card in the Premier League. It's Cheikh Doucouré for Crystal Palace, who is now sent off away at Aston Villa. It was such a good start for Palace, but the goal was disallowed, and then Aston Villa went up the other end and scored. Wigan won, Birmingham won in the Championship now as well. Sheffield Wednesday won, Peterborough 0 in the Championship. Also, Tyrese Campbell scores again for Stoke City away to Sunderland in what is a great game there, it looks like, for Stoke fans for sure. Full time in the Bundesliga, Union Berlin, who are fighting to win the league, by the way, have
Such a
drawn
good story.
0-0 with Cologne, only formed how many years ago, Union Berlin?
Smell pretty nice.
Oh,
And
it's a
Arsenal,
goal for
all right,
Arsenal.
now we're talking. Come on.
It's
Come
a
on.
goal for
Come on,
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Come on, the Gooners.
Let's see this
Come on, the boys.
second yellow here for Doucouré. Let's have a look to see if it is.
Who is this?
Let's check
It
this
is
one out.
indeed.
It's guaranteed
Nice.
in Ketia. Oh, no,
That's
but
good.
they're having a party over at the Emirates. That's for
Thomas
sure.
Partey gets a goal back for Arsenal with half an hour to go, and let's see if this was a red card or not.
After Pate.
Let's have a little look to
Oh,
see.
that is disgraceful, mate.
Second
Ooh.
yellow for Doucouré.
That's a career ender.
And he sent his marching orders. But Arsenal have got hope now in this game. Thomas Partey doesn't score tap-ins. It must have been a belting goal. But do we now think Arsenal will come back and do something with this game, or will Bournemouth see this out?
Hater within me won't let me.
Okay.
Bournemouth.
I think Arsenal will come back.
This
Arsenal
is the
will
goal
come
from
back.
Partey. It comes across.
No, that's not the goal.
No, it isn't the goal from
That isn't
Partey.
the goal.
No, it is not.
But Arsenal will come back. You can
You're
feel it, you
manifesting
can
it.
smell it, you can taste it. All right, they're feeling the rhythm, they're feeling the rhyme. They're
Come on,
getting on
Arsenal,
up like
it's
it's bobsleigh
healing
time.
Nice.
Mate, look at it. The energy, the tension
look.
is palpable.
Punched
my
very high
Punch
up in the
clear
air from
out.
the keeper. Headed
Emil
back in from
Smith,
Emil Smith
bro. Oh,
Partey
what
scored.
a header, mate.
Partey scores at the
Scintillating
back
header.
post, the tap in, and it was it. I said he doesn't score tap ins. He has.
Yeah.
He just did. But that's a massive goal for Arsenal, isn't it? As they hope to stay up there today with Man City. Hearts 2, St Johnstone 0, Livingston 1, Hibernian 3 now in the Scottish Premier League. Going back to Molineux, half an hour left there.
It's Northwest.
Any changes?
Nope. Still 0-0.
Thanks, Fuad.
Can you pull your finger out? please?
I know, Jeff, is that?
Yeah, got a corner here. Let's see if we can maybe do something from it here. We haven't been great from set pieces all year, to be fair.
donkey!
Sorry.
What happened at Stamford Bridge?
Well, he's cut the ball across goal and Kepa's in absolutely no man's land and he's just ran over the ball. Just silent. He's offside anyway. Sorry, you were saying, Fuad?
Won't say much.
Please start saying some more, mate, because I need you to pull your finger out here, mate, and dispatch of Wolves. Does it look like you're anywhere near creating something? Please tell me some good news.
Perisic just had a header on target. No, sorry, Langley.
Okay, it's a shot on target. You know, we're starting to build here. Starting to get something going. Wolves looking weak.
Is Mudryk on the pitch yet? Because I'm on the 007 watch today. When he is, let us know.
Brighton look to be cruising at home here.
Cruising
West Ham.
for a bruising. Hey.
West
Jinx.
Ham are cruising. Well, I'll be bruised. Sorry. Should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Didn't bang.
bruised big.
Leyton Orient 1, Swindon 1 in League 2. Still 0-0 at the Molineux Stadium. It's the only stadium in the
still
Premier
Mudryk.
League without a goal right now. Mudryk still not on for Chelsea. Come on, Arsenal. There's still time left. West Ham and Leeds are also losing, which is great. Also need Leicester at least not to lose versus the Saints, saying Toffee 147. I'm guessing he's an Everton fan. It's probably the first one we've ever had on, DR. So thank you for joining us. Big up to you, my
They're
friend.
Everton fans?
Who, Everton? No, we had Mikey on last week.
No, in terms
Oh.
of in the
Yeah.
chat.
Oh.
You rarely see
He was
him.
making a funny joke because he's a Liverpool fan, so he was just, you know. You're right. You are kind of like David Brent, you know. I think you're funnier than you are.
Mate, I should be separating you two with him.
No, exactly. But
No, I'm
big
joking. Can I
up.
tell you that's a compliment? David Brent is actually
he's one of the
probably
funniest
the
guys out
greatest comedy character ever created.
Thank you very much. Martin
Just like your club.
AGT is my favourite host on this channel. Keep doing the good job, mate. Thank you to you, my friend. Big up to
Great
your goddamn
host.
self.
Great host.
Thank you, sir. Bournemouth on Atletico Madrid setting, saying Ahmad. But they're on the
Vamos.
attack again
Vamos.
here, trying to make it to
Vamos.
3-1.
Vamos carajo.
Sí, carajo, sí, por supuesto.
Pompey
Yeah,
1-0
por
against
supuesto.
Cambridge.
Zakaria is
Any
on for
Pompey fans in the
Sterling.
chat?
No Mudryk.
Pompey.
Well, listen, there's 25 minutes to go.
All Conor Gallagher's on. That's it. Leeds have won. Guaranteed. Money back guaranteed. That's it.
Money back guaranteed. How about this one, right? Let's go through the Premier League and take one player from each club, right, for our teams. Who would it be? Let's go alphabetically around the table. So we'll start Aston Villa and we'll go around the table.
Wait, Arsenal first, isn't it?
Arsenal
Villa.
first, isn't it?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arsenal. Oh gosh. For Brighton.
Wait, for our clubs
what
or
do we
just
need?
for general?
Oh yeah.
For your
Yeah,
club.
for our clubs. That's a really tough one.
Odegaard.
Obviously, it
Simple.
makes sense for me.
It's a whole new
Maybe
squad.
maybe Saka finish for March
Saka,
potentially.
yeah.
because we need a striker more than anything. But I'll probably take another striker from another club.
Okay.
Odegaard. I think we need a creative midfielder. Need that 10 role. Someone who can take set pieces, few leaders.
Yeah. I'll go Martinelli.
Give me that.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Saka?
You've already said
Over
Saka, so I'm
Trossard.
just trying to
Okay.
mix it
Oh,
up.
nice.
Over Trossard?
You take Trossard for Leeds?
Well, no, I'm saying over Martinelli.
I'd take anyone at
Ooh,
Leeds.
I mean, Eddie Nketiah would be my first shout, to be honest.
Bring him home.
Come back home. But probably Odegaard as well.
Okay.
We need that creative player. But you've already said him, so I'll go for Nketiah.
Aston Villa.
Maybe. Well, the thing is, Brighton, we're looking good. It's hard to pick. Again, like I said, striker would be the only thing, but Buendia maybe at the
Buendia,
moment
yeah.
in form.
Jacob Ramsey.
Bring back Felipe Coutinho to Liverpool. There you go.
Martinez.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
You could do with him.
I should have got that.
Yeah, good right
After
now.
You actually
Melié's
yeah.
performance.
Just to play backup to Melié, but he's a bit of shit, so you like
No,
him there.
Melié is one of the worst keepers in the league. Can't be.
No.
Horrendous.
He's going to be at Spurs soon, unfortunately.
No, they're going to avoid him like the plague. They need to-
3-0 to Brighton. It's Kaoru Mitoma.
Have that, Wilfred Nonto.
I like it, mate. Hey, I'm happy.
Brilliant result here
I'm
for
happy, mate.
Bournemouth,
Oh, I love
for
that.
Brighton. Sorry, and Bournemouth, but for Brighton especially if it stays that way. 3-0 up at home
on.
to West Ham.
Mate,
Where
West
were we?
Ham packing Forest 4-0 last week.
Yep.
Getting sent packing 3-0 this week. This is mad. That's the Premier League for you, eh?
The Seagulls are definitely stealing their chips today.
Yeah.
Get in there.
For
And they'll
sure.
be flying away happy. Flying away with the win.
Yeah.
That's so comfortable.
Anyway, where were we? Aston Villa?
Well, I said Martinez.
team.
We're done with Villa.
Martinez,
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Oof.
Spoiled for choice here.
Bournemouth. Mate, they got that new guy Traore. I think he's only on loan, but he probably looks like their only exciting player that I can think of.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Is he called Hamed?
Oh, Arsenal have equalised!
Yes! What did I tell you? Come on, my son. Vamos, carajo. We're staying on this. Ben White, Leeds
Benny
legend.
Bronco.
Ben White, you cannot write this stuff. Ben White keeping Leeds in the Premier League. Oh, yeah, baby. The cigar is back out in action.
Oh, Robbie's definitely going to be coming on.
No.
Nah, he's at the game.
He'll still find a way. Emil Smith-Rowe off. Reece Nelson on for Arsenal. But it was Ben White on the
It's a white
70th
party.
minute who came on as a substitution for Tomiyasu in the second half straight away. And he has scored the equaliser. Two unlikely scorers for Arsenal today. But now, 20 minutes to find a winner. Can they do it?
You're damn right they can.
Much time, man.
Looks like
Bloody hell.
it looks like they're going to. I think at 2-1, I thought maybe they'll get a draw, but they've got another goal.
Mate, I would bet my house on it.
There you
Bournemouth
go.
look
Still
like they're
time there for
under the
Arsenal.
cosh now.
I'll go with, for Bournemouth, who are you going with, bro?
Ilya Zaberny. Anybody who's played Football Manager
Okay.
knows what a wonder kid he is.
Okay.
Give me that Ukrainian centre back.
I'll go with Marcus Tavernier, the brother of James.
The brother.
Another Leeds fan, so there you
Oh,
go.
yeah, there you go.
Well, I would go for FaZe Sensei or Senese.
Yeah, Marcos Senesi. Yeah, there you go. What is the next team?
Oh, no,
after
we should-
Brighton. It's probably Brighton.
Oh, who would
I'll
I
take
take?
Mitoma then. Why not?
Mitoma.
Yeah, I could do with the Matoma, to be
So
honest.
many.
There's a few to name.
McAllister.
You know.
I'm taking McAllister. I like him.
Okay.
That
McAllister.
dog and tech about him.
It's between Caicedo and Matoma, to be honest. I'll go Caicedo.
I think I'd actually go maybe Caicedo as well. This is the Ben White goal. It is
just over the line.
Just over the line. No
Well
need
over.
for VAR.
Over
but-
the white
The white line.
line.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handball!
Kind of like your local Weatherspoons.
What, the keeper?
No.
No,
different.
Ben White, handball.
Oh, right.
And it's a goal from Ben White. The keeper couldn't really keep it out. But
Who's this clown, man?
the next team on the list, who is it? Who we got? Crystal Palace?
You got Brighton. Yes, it's Palace.
Wilfred Zaha.
Michael Olise.
I'm going Eze.
Eze, really?
Or maybe one of the centre backs. They Gray or Anderson.
Hey, Guay.
Quite good.
Joachim, no.
Joachim Anderson's a good shout, actually. I'll stick with Olise.
You could do it. Scored no goal today,
Should've
though,
got him
so
before
maybe
he
not.
went to Palace, to be fair. When
Yeah.
Leon wanted to get rid of him for like 10, 15 million, whatever it was they bought him for.
I'll go Wilfred Zaha.
Nice.
Just for the sauce.
Wilfie.
Just for the class.
Next club is
Chelsea?
Chelsea. Oh, there's so much to pick from. I know who I'm picking.
I'd say Enzo.
Benoit Badiashile.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. You like him, innit?
I love that
You
kid,
like
man.
him.
Simply because we'll probably lose McAllister and Caicedo, or maybe both of them. Yeah, Enzo. I think it'll be.
I
good.
think Klopp would turn him into an absolute monster if he got hold of him, but it's not going to happen now.
I'd take Reece James. Just lock off that right back position for the next 8 years. Just slap him in there.
It's a good shout.
He can do everything.
Yeah.
Quality. He'll be there for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Consistent performer.
Fair
Reece
play.
James for me.
Next club, Everton.
Onana.
Yeah, so a good shout.
Oh, no.
I think Damari Gray's quite an exciting player. He's absolutely rapid.
Alex Iwobi got to be in there with a shout.
Who's that?
Iwobi got to be in there with a shout.
I don't think so.
There's not a lot.
Yeah, come on.
I don't
In
think
central midfield at the beginning of the year, he looked like
Maybe
prime
Pickford.
Xavi.
Maybe Pickford.
That's
Jordan
what I was
Pickford?
thinking. I was thinking Pickford.
Yeah.
I think I
Why
might
do
go Pickford.
people rate Pickford?
Because he's
bro?
the best
He's in
goalkeeper
an
in
awful team.
international
It's like
football.
Ramsdale.
That's
Like,
a
he
sad
got
state of
relegated
affairs,
twice, but now he's
isn't
in a bit
I
better
know.
team. He's
I think
one of the
sometimes-
best.
Seen what he's done for England.
I
He's
agree with
incredible.
that. I think this
He's a
season he's been
sausage.
much better, like
He's not a sausage.
individually anyway.
don't know
And I
about
think
that.
sometimes he gets overly hated
Yeah.
for some reason. I get it why as well. He's not doesn't seem like a likable character. Maybe sometimes gets beaten for easier goals where you're thinking he could have probably reached that. But I do think all in all he is a solid, decent,
Yeah.
especially Premier League standards. You can't tell me he's a bad goalkeeper.
And Ruben Neves goes for goal, and Forster was forced to make a
many
great
twos
save.
there.
Save.
There you go. Yep. Let's get the XPs up a little bit.
James,
gents.
you were flying at the beginning.
Well, I thought I'd calm it down, you know. I thought I'd relax. I'd let other people into the game, you know. I thought,
To be honest, I was top of the
just-
league. I was top of the
Oh, that's
squad.
brilliant from
this-
Nketiah. Cuts it back, and it's a poor cutback from Nketiah. That's some strike from Ruben Neves. He literally can.
See, the
strike
thing
a
is,
ball
you
from
got to
anywhere,
grace
can't
them
he?
in. It's all about quality, you know. It's about when you place them, you know. You can't just over-egg them, you know.
Did you see yourself in the first half of the show?
Glide them
All
in.
right, let's stick on this then. What team's next? Let's get through this rapid.
Do you need to get the
Rapid fire.
Everton, and then it's Leeds.
Leeds. Oh, mate, wow.
I'd actually go with Adams. You know,
Tyler Adams,
Saw him play at
excellent
the World
choice.
Cup. I think he's really good.
That is
I
an
like
excellent
him.
choice. I've got to
Yeah.
say.
Genuinely,
Best midfielder in the league.
genuinely, I mean this.
In your head.
Nobody.
Yeah, course, mate, course.
I would have
Nonto
said
would walk
Meslier.
into
I
your
would have said
team.
Meslier, but I think even over the last couple of weeks, even
Mate, you're telling me Vogel wouldn't walk into your defence, mate? Vogel would walk
genuinely
into
look
your
at
defence.
every
Cock
level
would
of
go
him.
into your defence.
genuinely never heard of
Leeds
him.
player, and I'm
You
like,
wouldn't take
they are
Cock.
substandard.
Pause.
Oh shit.
Pause.
They are like a none of those.
You wouldn't take Cock back there to fix your defence.
Pause. You know what I mean?
Ayling,
I would take Willie. though.
McKennie, Willie Nonto. Yeah, I'd say
It's another one.
Willie Nonto.
XPs are really back up
we're
now,
coming
boys.
back up. Yeah, that's genuinely though. Probably
just like
probably
Willie.
Nonto at the moment. Yeah.
Coming back up.
Yeah, genuinely.
or Sourceville. You know, you got.
No, I'd take Adams. Moving on. Have we all picked one?
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Darwin Nunes. I'll take Darwin Nunes. No way. I think he's going to come good.
I love Darwin.
And I do love him. For some reason,
Darwin Nunes, mate.
But do you know what?
mate.
I can hear that because he initially, when the first Premier
hope
League
you
team
can
he was
hear it.
linked to was Brighton.
Yeah.
And that is a Brighton standard player, I agree. So,
Oh, fair
I
play.
hear. I hear. No?
No, okay, no.
Mid-table.
I'll take it.
Brighton are actually.
I think it's a dig
Brighton
with
are actually
Liverpool.
better than Liverpool.
Mid-table,
Right, so,
getting
yeah.
12 to 13
Yeah, but they're still
goals, trying to
better than
push
Okay.
to
Do
Europe.
you not
Got
think he'll
games in
become
hand.
a
Cheers.
top striker?
Yeah.
Never.
Brilliant.
Never in his career
Unlike
will
Nunes.
Darwin Nunes be in the upper echelons
I
of
think
strikers.
without him,
ever.
Liverpool aren't as exciting.
Facts. He is.
Yeah. Chaos factor. Chaos
Watching
factor
him
only
live
lasts
is
for so long,
brilliant.
I'm
He will
telling you.
unlock it. He will
Watch the
level
goal
up,
from
and he'll
against
become
Real
a good
Madrid.
striker.
That back heel.
That guy couldn't
Militao
unlock your
as well.
garden shed, let alone a back line.
Well, he has
No, he
against Real
can.
Madrid.
He's
That's
very good
literally
at
what he's
unlocking.
doing every week at the minute.
Yeah.
Next up. Wait, did you say?
I didn't answer, mate. Who would I put in there?
Liverpool, I don't know.
Navigator.
No.
That was
Liverpool.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Liverpool's similar like Leeds, honestly.
Salah.
I don't think there's anybody
shut
actually.
up.
Van Dijk.
About similar
Ew.
to
Spurs?
Leeds.
Ew.
Yeah, come on, they're nowhere near our level,
Alisson,
mate.
Alisson.
Calm down.
This guy.
Alisson.
Good.
Yeah, what a
Sorry.
crazy
How
guy.
can I forget Alisson?
Yeah.
Great goalkeeper.
Say sorry about
Best
that.
keeper.
We were like Leeds then. You didn't want anyone.
No. Bro, look at your squad.
Yeah, apologise to me.
at
You should be
Take it
apologising.
back.
Let me
take it back.
class,
let me read
mate.
through. You know what? Kanate.
Okay, so
I'll take
now we're
Kanate.
starting to remember. some
Kanate.
Liverpool
Yeah.
players, aren't we?
I just.
Right.
Thiago's
I'll take that as an apology.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 3 now.
So-
Okay, so I'll take that
Three
as an
respectable
apology.
names in your team.
No Salah? Don't want Salah?
Salah.
No?
Astaghfirullah, brother.
5-0
Salah.
Middlesbrough.
Lewis
Salah
Diaz,
walked
I
into
forgot him.
9th and
Big
he's
up, big up,
seen.
big up. Diaz. Tasmanian Devil.
Jota?
By Chetic.
You would take all of these.
No, Jota, no.
Trent.
Jota's not good enough,
You
mate.
would take all of these
Jota's
down.
Jammy. Jammy Jota, we call him.
Jota's a slaughter, that's what we call him. And that's
Cody
who the-
Slackpole.
Slotterbeck. Slotterbeck.
Yeah.
No, you take
You take
the
him,
three or
James?
four.
Kanate's the one. Sorry, how can I forget the golden boy as well? Trenty. My
This is
dread
what I mean.
brother. Oh my
This
god.
is what I mean. So I will accept
No,
your
no, no,
apology
you know
for
what?
calling us Leeds. And you would
No.
take any-
I will not accept the
Big men
apology.
apologise. Big men apologise.
Because there's
Pause.
nothing that is that bad.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you, my brother.
yeah.
It means a lot coming from you because I know you're a football man. That's why I was offended. Anyway, Hawaii. Let's go.
I don't rate that from you. You know, I know what you're trying to do
right
there.
after you-
I know what you're trying to do, Mister. I get knocked out by a Paul Heckingbottom Sheffield United side. Okay, yeah, trying to twist that one into me. All right, we've been bad, but we've never been that bad. All right, go back to black and white when you actually win some trophies.
Cigars breaking up all over the desk.
Yeah, it is a little bit spilling like that argument, but I would have to say Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, go on.
Mohamed Salah, easy.
Let's move on to the next team. Who is it? Leicester.
Leicester, James Maddison.
Yeah.
Easy.
Maddison.
Easy.
Tielemans, maybe?
Probably second on the list.
You, Devin.
Madison?
To your team.
Oh, I don't know if he'd moonwalk into there. I mean, he could maybe like crank it open with a crowbar and try and squeeze in, but would I have him over a McKennie? You know,
Well,
maybe Madison.
Who you got then? Madison, yeah?
yeah, God,
that's
they don't
the
have
answer,
many
it's Madison.
great players to choose from.
Harvey
Maybe Harvey
Barnes.
Barnes. Harvey Barnes always does well against
Oh,
us.
we missed
but-
out Fulham, by the way.
Oh, Mitrovic.
Palhinha.
Palhinha, 100% Palhinha.
No, how do I
baller.
keep forgetting his name? The Israeli guy, Solomon.
Oh yeah,
Solomon.
He scored
Yeah,
2 identical
crazy.
goals this week.
Yeah.
What you got?
spitting
Spitting.
into each other.
Don't spit, guys.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
you're a
Straight
rough
signing. Former De Zerbi player at Shakhtar.
You are a mess. Did you hear that?
What did he say?
Said swallow.
I didn't say anything. What are you talking
When
about?
we
Why?
said don't
Wait,
spit. So,
Oh.
yeah. Palhinha. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going with him. Palhinha? He's the guy, isn't he? He's the guy there. Have we missed out anyone else? I feel like we might have. We're on Leicester,
we
we're on
missed
Liverpool.
Brentford actually.
Missed
B.
Brentford.
Tony. That's probably
Oh.
just that's a given.
Van.
David Raya. maybe, if
Norgard.
you don't
Probably,
need-
yeah, I would probably go with Raya.
Yeah,
I
Ryan's
think
the next
you're
to
actually
Gea.
linked with him. I think as well.
Raya,
That is actually your next goalkeeper.
Raya,
isn't it?
Martinez, and Melia are the three that
Yeah.
basically.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Melee.
Sanchez, actually, funnily enough.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, Melier's
We
just
don't
a
want
bit
that.
Yeah.
above that.
Yeah, we'll keep him.
Who have we got next? I'm struggling. Is it Leeds now? Must
We
be.
just did Leeds.
Liverpool, Leicester.
Yeah, we've done late.
Oh, we've done
We
Leicester,
had no one, huh?
Leeds. Where are we now?
Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest. What's that
No,
guy?
no,
the
sorry.
28,
M
number shirt
comes before
28.
N.
Brennan Johnson.
Man United. After Liverpool is always United. 'Cause I know
Casemiro.
FIFA
Yeah, of course,
when you're
yeah.
picking teams,
Casemiro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Man City as well. Yeah.
Casemiro.
Casemiro?
Yeah.
Lisandro Martinez.
Oh,
Imagine him and
I love
Romero
him.
together. Oh.
Again, he's verging on one of those players that you hate to play against, but you would love him in your team.
Yeah.
He looks like a leader, which is crazy because coming from Ajax, and when you watch those teams warming up, he seems like he's getting everyone riled up, doesn't he?
I love him, man.
I rate him.
Honestly, one of my favourite players at the moment.
Yeah, maybe just for the dressing room vibes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Martinez could be a shout. Or Rashford.
Marcus Rashford up front, man.
Yeah.
Rashford.
Guys,
Makes sense.
lethal. Like Bizzle.
Man City.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh no, it has to be me for Brighton. Erling Haaland. He'll take us to the Champions League if we had him right now.
Imagine,
put him
oh my god! Imagine Brighton with Haaland. That would actually be a
No,
problematic
they actually
team.
would be in the Champions
They
League.
would actually be a problem.
Because there's even an argument to say he gets more chances for Brighton.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know who's
a
making
weak
that
argument.
argument. It's a bit of a
It's a
set
weak-
8 argument,
I
but
can
you
kinda
know.
see
Just
that.
giving me an idea for a
can
new
go see
FM file, you know.
Hold that.
Hey, I like that.
What, literally,
that's
but
crazy.
Erling Haaland in Brighton.
I'm literally gonna full sign him as well, like, you know, take over City as well,
Tie
sell
him
him
up.
to me for.
Tie him up.
Or just buy the FM editor.
yeah.
Bosh, get
Oh
in
yeah.
here.
Yeah, can do that.
Well, Erling
Brown
Haaland
follow.
will be at Leeds soon enough, so
When he's 40
Erling Haaland
maybe in
easily.
League
No,
Two.
no. Next couple of years, mate, when we're in Europe, he's a Leeds boy. He will come back home
He will
to
never
where
play
he
for
was
Leeds.
By the way,
conceived.
VAR review
Yeah, check
here.
the pen. Oh my god.
That looks like a penalty to me, but they
Oh, that's a
Are they
clear
actually
penalty, mate. That's
going
got
to
to be a
give
red
this?
card,
they
mate.
haven't given it. I don't think.
That's disgusting if they give that. Absolutely
haven't, mate.
disgusting. Play on.
No, he's
Play on. Well
Easy.
done,
not
bro.
giving it.
That is criminal,
Some
mate.
integrity in the game.
Criminal, man.
Paul's just
That
come
is
in
worse
for
than
Leeds.
officiating midweek.
Who's next on the list? Still 0-0 at Molyneux.
He's brought
by the way.
Joseph on. Oh, this guy's lost the plot,
Who's
mate.
Joseph?
What was we on?
youth player, mate.
City?
Oh, right.
Newcastle
City,
next.
Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes. He makes them tick, mate. Without him, they barely win.
Bruno's solid.
I've seen a grandfather clock tick more than them at the moment.
We need
so-
centre-backs.
Broken one. And that.
Or,
yeah.
Oh, I was going to say another goalkeeper, Nick Pope, but
Yeah.
no, it's Botman's,
Botman's the one for me. I
Botman, yeah.
wanted him
Shaw's
before
good as
he
well.
went there as well.
Yeah. Shared.
No one's really
Alexander
going for
Isak.
St. Maximin.
He was
Isaac's
good when he
another
came on
one.
against City earlier.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're talking potential, he's
That's a good one.
he's one of the best in the business, man. Joe Linton, got to be in there.
Maybe Joe Linton.
Versatile.
It's a good shout.
Versatile guy.
That's so funny what Joe Linton's become, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Like,
In the
he was a
midfield, you
meme
say.
18 months ago. Now we're like, solid hard work.
No, but that's how that's how these cult heroes go,
But it's
man.
like,
that's
you
football.
remove that
When someone's
expectation of
overly
goals from
slagged
him,
off,
and you just appreciate the player almost. It's like-
No, he did come from as a striker to a CM, which is
Yeah.
like unheard of, really, isn't it?
Box to box.
Yeah.
Newcastle, what are we on now?
We skipped
Nottingham
Forest though, did we skip?
Go back to
Forest?
Forest.
Forest is next.
What's
Oh,
the 20 number? I only remember
Brennan
the shirt
Johnson?
number.
Scarpa.
Yeah,
Gustavo Scarpa.
No.
Yes.
Baller.
Big baller.
Big
He's the
knowledge,
one
that
I would
was.
take,
Big
yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah.
That's me.
Bro.
I'm taking him.
Every time I see him, I'm like, bro, who is this Donny? I'm like, yeah, I like him, man.
With the
and, they,
headband.
and they were talking about his personality as well. Like, he's one of these
Oh, and
weird, eclectic.
Rubik's Cube,
does
isn't he?
Rubik's Cube. I was
He's got,
like,
a whole
I like
squad.
this
I've
guy.
got a Rubik's Cube, and they all just play that, and they're playing in that.
He's like set the tone basically, and like
Yeah.
guys like Lingard be taking 20 minutes, but him it takes 20 seconds. Fairs.
That's a stretch for Lingard. To
Yeah,
complete
20
the
minutes,
Rubik's.
yeah. 20
I can-
days.
yeah. 20 weeks maybe. Forest, there's so many to choose from. Who do you take?
probably Brennan Johnson.
The old BJ.
BJ Flores.
Yeah, I was going to say Gibbs White actually looks quite good at Forest.
Yeah, he never looked that good before though. I mean, I'm not saying he's pulled up loads of trees, but his close control, like he's a very quick player.
He
Yeah.
is a proper number
Pulled
10
up more
now.
trees than Hector
Yeah.
Bellerin.
It's a good one. It's a good one indeed.
Factual as well.
Yeah. He wasn't pulling them up. He was planting them. though,
Well,
wasn't
putting
he?
them up,
Did he plant
pulling
any?
them up.
I don't know. Let's get a
Yeah.
start.
I don't know. Arsenal never really won many games, so
Yeah, exactly.
What is his XPT?
XT, yeah.
Planted trees. How many?
Expected-
expected
trees.
oxygen
Oh, yeah.
per 90.
Shaka's coming on now.
Brilliant. Xhaka coming on
Maybe-
now for Arsenal. Millwall 2, Norwich 3. Zion Fleming with potentially a goal that could lead them back into drawing that one. Jose Fonte, remember him for Southampton and
Yeah.
Portugal? He scored an own goal for Lons to go 1-0 up against his team, Lille.
Lons.
Oh, chance for Tottenham with 10
man.
minutes to go. Harry Kane.
Going back to that Wenger 11 thing, surely
we
as
found-
Arsenal
no,
fans.
there was an answer. It was Tony Adams joined
Played
in
from
85,
86, yeah.
but played till 02. So he was managed by Wenger in
yeah.
96, but he started in 85. You get me?
Right, I thought I
it made
obviously
sense.
misread
made
the
sense.
fact. I thought it was this team here, this 11 here, was the first time that there were no Wenger players been in there.
That's what I
yeah,
thought, though. as
and
well.
because Shaka was on the bench, that's why.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Fabio Vieira
Right.
was starting, so that
Right,
was the thing.
right.
And I think it's Holding, Shaka, and one other player basically are the three remaining
Right,
Wenger
okay.
players. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, we're going to leave that one there because I think we're going to be.
We've got
on
only
that
got a few
one
cups
all-
left.
Well, we're getting a
We've
message from
got,
production
we've
saying
got,
wrap up.
well,
Right.
as we come to the tail end of this, we look forward to your boys featuring in a massive game. We went through Liverpool. Fuad said they were like Leeds, which I thought was a bit insulting. But you're going up against our biggest rivals, Man United. Are there any of those Liverpool players that we aforementioned that are going to do the business? Because right now, Man United looks strong, mate.
They do look-
I'm not going to lie, it's looking a bit ropesy for you.
Oh,
you're joking me, man!
It's a goal! It's a Traore!
Nah,
With less than 10 minutes to go, Tottenham
useless,
are
man.
continuing their awful away form in all competitions. They've just lost to Sheffield United. Now they could lose to Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux. Listen, they beat Liverpool 3-0 there a few weeks ago, so it wouldn't be out of the question. But Pedro Porro coming off for Tottenham here as well, number 23, Emerson Royale
just as
back
soon as
on.
Emerson comes
But
on,
it's
yeah.
Adama Traore who gets the goal. It's Rotherham 2, QPR 1 with their new manager, of course, Gareth Ainsworth. They've gone away to Rotherham and they've got themselves a consolation goal through Jamal Lowe through the penalty spot. But it's the Molineux game that we're talking about now. 82 minutes. Adama Traore
The player
scores
that
for Wolves.
rejected Spurs to go to Barca and then came back to Wolves has scored against Tottenham.
And I kid you not, every single
Poetry.
time he plays against us, he gives us a headache. The only thing I will say is,
Oh, it's a great finish. What a goal from Adama Traore. Top bins. Smiling with his fake teeth.
That was
Love
like
to see it.
AGT in the John Arisa
It
arena.
was. It was. Not as good, but not as far
Why
out.
is it every time I'm on here, you boys let me down, man? Spurs are just useless, man. Yeah, Spurs.
Your boys. We ain't
No.
your boys, bruv.
Your boys.
We ain't your boys.
Your
Yeah.
boys. Yeah? And you play
do
like
our thing.
boys as
We
well.
do our thing,
And this
yeah.
is a man's game.
If this is your
you fold.
vision, Not great.
Listen, man, you think we're
Mate,
out here trying to
honestly,
help
useless.
Leeds? Listen, the faster Leeds go down, the better.
Ooh,
What's not gonna happen?
fighting talk
Never
from
gonna
Fuad.
go down. Yeah, they're
Fighting.
scared of us. That's why. Yeah, you know who you've got last game of the season, by the way.
I've never seen a club.
You know who
that
you
gets-
got last game of the
I've never
season,
seen
mate.
a
You
club
got
that
us.
gets
So I
portrayed
want to
as a
hear
big
that.
club
I want to
but
hear
don't
that
actually
talk.
do anything.
Last game of the season when you're trying to
You'll be
vie
relegated
for
by then.
Europa League,
You'll be relegated
and
by
we
then. It won't be-
smash
it'll be
you
a dead
up.
rubber game. We'll be qualified for
We'll
Europa
smack
League.
you up at Ellen Road last game.
You'll
of the
be
season.
relegated.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to cut in there and we're going to take it back to Liverpool versus
Man U,
Manchester United tomorrow. Here is a clip of myself and Flex on DR Sports from yesterday.
That he's got to come in for a player in your starting lineup.
It's
So who
funny.
does he come in?
Any one of them, mate. You get rid of any of them because they're all crap. You would. Your whole midfield.
crap, it's mad.
I guarantee you now, they're
The
that
same
bad.
team beat you
you'd get rid
5-0, bro.
Bro,
Away.
stop talking about last year. You're crap now. It's just like you need to stop
Crap
doing
is a
that
bit
whole like.
offensive, though, Robbie.
Last year we did this. Last year we did that. This year you're shit.
Okay, if that's
And these
you better
players.
beat us on Sunday
and
then.
It's not
You
about,
better
no,
beat
no, no,
us on
even
Sunday.
Even that. You could still beat Man United and go back to being shit and not getting the top four. What I'm saying
That would be very
is
Liverpool
these
if you did
central
that.
midfielders where Robbie's saying, who would you give back? I'm laughing because I'm saying none of them can lace Casemiro's boots. Fabinho's awful
Thiago
now.
can. Let's have it right.
No, we
Thiago
can't.
can lace his boots.
No, we can't.
Bro,
What's he
come
done
on.
since he's come in?
Come on.
What's
Come
Thiago
on
actually
now.
done since he's come to Liverpool?
One more
Apart from
trophies.
spray a cup.
One more trophies.
That doesn't mean he's good now.
He was an integral part of us getting to the
Washed.
Champions League final. He was the man of the match in the Champions League final 2 years ago.
What?
And he was, by the way, against Bayern Munich. But that is me and Flex going head-to-head in a face-off on DR Sports, previewing the big one tomorrow at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp's men have found some form in recent weeks, are launching a late bid to finish in the top four in the Champions League places. But for United, they're looking to make it a three-horse title race between Arsenal and City. We have another goal to report to you. It's Danny Welbeck, of all people, who scores another goal for Brighton. It's now 4-0 against West Ham. West Ham won 4-0 last week. Can you believe it? Let's go back to United, Liverpool. Big result that for Ben Spalding, by the way, in the studio. Marcus Rashford, 10 in 10, netting in each of his last 5. That doesn't make sense, does it? How can he score 10 goals in 10 games, netting in each of the... Oh, no, it does make sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense. Only 3 United players have scored in 6 in a row. That's Van Nistelrooy, Cantona. Sorry? And Cristiano Ronaldo. I want to get your opinions on this one. What are the tactics from both teams in this one?
Do Liverpool have tactics?
Fuad and Ben, what are the tactics in this one for Liverpool, Manchester
Give
United?
Rashford the ball and he will score a goal.
That's simple. Yeah.
That's the tactic. He has been phenomenal, isn't he?
And Liverpool's is don't let them get the ball to Rashford.
Yeah.
Don't let him
Tearing
score a
apart
goal.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Think just play it down that left-hand side.
Yeah,
that will be the
I think that's
tactic.
going to be kind of the key
Caicedo.
battle. But one thing I've noticed is Klopp isn't scared to drop Trent, or even if he's having a bad game, to sub him out.
It's just a
these
shame
days.
that
not scared
Calvin
to drop
Ramsey's
points
injured,
either.
man. I'll drop you in a minute, mate.
But I think Liverpool being at home, this has to be a game that you win, in my opinion. Get back in the top 4 race, but then I think at home as well, just kill United's momentum for a club that's coming off the high of a Carabao win. Better way deflate.
Sorry,
the balloon.
World Cup final win or Carabao?
No, Carabao.
Energy drink
No,
cup.
it's just because
Yeah.
I've seen the way they've been going on. Like,
Listen, 6-year drought, I understand it, man. Listen, as a man who's been starving and dry myself, I
15.
understand. Starving and drought.
Not in, oh, sorry.
Guys don't want to pause everything these days, you know. too trigger happy. But yeah, I think you guys need to set the tone in that game. I'm looking to see how Klopp sets his team up.
Is it a more important game for Liverpool?
I think so, in
I
my
agree.
opinion.
I
think so.
agree.
I think Liverpool. The fact that
They
Spurs
lost
are
this,
losing
they
now
can
as
still
well.
finish in the top 3.
They
can't
can.
they?
Liverpool have 2 games in hand to Spurs, and they're 6 points behind. This is a game that I feel like you set the tone to say, do you know what? That shit against Madrid last week, that was a blip. That momentum we was building the weeks before that was actually who we were, and that's the progress we're making. Because you were starting to get players back, you were starting to get a few of your players come hitting form as well.
4 clean sheets in a row. For
Yeah,
Liverpool.
so for me, I felt like last week it almost like shook the house down, if you
a
like.
little bit.
but
Yeah.
On the flip side, Man United, I think they were 11 points from Arsenal, and now this will be 12, if I am correct. Now they'll be looking at this as an opportunity to catch up to Arsenal top of the league. So
And
it's still a big game for Man United in their title race. Well, yeah, in their title race. Let's call it that.
And that's
they're
what I
not
think.
in.
I don't think, but that's the thing. I don't think they're in a title race, but it's moments like
No,
this.
of course they are.
I think they are.
They're
City and
outsiders.
Arsenal got to play each other and all
Those
that
two, for me,
malarkey.
it's like the year when everybody says Spurs were in that title race with Leicester.
No, but you actually were.
No, because if we look back at it, Arsenal were top of the league for 30 weeks, bro. And then Leicester took over for the other 7. We were never top at any point. We got 5 points was the closest we got. And that's the thing. I think sometimes people look at United now and they're like, oh, but they're in and around it. But are they actually in the race?
Of course they
I
are,
don't
man.
think
Look
so.
how close
You're
they
just
are.
saying
bro.
that. I don't
No,
think
I'm
they
not just
actually
saying
are.
that. You think I want them to be in a title race, mate? Of course I don't. But unfortunately, the facts are the facts. The way that they're playing right now, if you're going to class City and Arsenal in it, United have got to be in that shout. They've got the momentum on their side. They've looked probably the most informed out of the 3, I'd
No,
say.
they
If you
haven't.
look,
Arsenal have, easily.
no way. Arsenal are
have been
slipping and
miles
sliding,
above
mate. They're
everyone
drawing
else.
2-2 to Bournemouth, mate. Man United, for me, if you look at
Didn't United lose to
since these
Palace
teams
like
have
2
returned
weeks
from
ago?
the World Cup, Man United look the strongest for me. But
So there's an argument
Arsenal
there.
already had the cash in the bank with the lead. So I think, to be honest, tomorrow, or not, sorry, but I think Liverpool will lose to United.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I see them being too strong for you, man. I hope you pull through. I hope you prove me wrong. But
As
United,
a Brighton fan, I would like to see Man United because of the Brighton Liverpool battling it out for Conference League. And
Absolutely. Listen, I still think as the home team, Liverpool have to go at this game. You just because they are Manchester United with the Rashfords and the Casemiros right now, you don't show them that respect. You know, we won the Carabao Cup last year. It was called the Mickey Mouse Trophy. They win it this year. It's the World Cup. So we need to humble them. Really, they haven't won at Anfield since 2016. I was at that game. It was on my birthday as well. No, that was 2015. This one was the Rooney roof of the net goal from 6 yards. So it's been a while. They haven't got a good record recently. We beat them 9-0 in aggregate in all games last season in the Premier League.
different team now.
Different team, different
team.
era, really, for both teams, actually. Them in a good way, us in a bad way.
Well, their win against you in the reverse fixture kick-started their...
Yeah, it did.
They're
It
running
really
it,
did,
innit,
which
almost.
was unfortunate. However,
Yeah.
I still will back Liverpool to win. I think if we can create that kind of atmosphere in the first 20 minutes that we had against Madrid, and I will say it again, that was the best 20 minutes I've ever had inside Anfield in my life. Bro, it was incredible.
Especially Nunes scoring as well.
So if we can do that, and obviously not concede 5 this time, then I think United, and again, there's a lot of players who haven't played at Anfield for United before. There's Eric Ten Hag who's never been. I think there's an opportunity if Liverpool can go out big in the first 20 minutes and get a goal. It could be a long afternoon for United. But again, the counter-attack that they've got, the midfield, it's unbelievable.
Liverpool might have played Ajax when Ten Hag was there.
Actually, I think it was during lockdown, and I think they might have won. No, we won 1-0.
behind closed
Sorry,
doors,
we
maybe.
won 1-0.
Okay.
Curtis Jones
But
header.
maybe, maybe
I was
not the
actually watching that in
atmosphere.
Tenerife during lockdown. I remember it specifically in big.
Was that
box.
allowed?
In Tenerife. It was.
Oh, right.
I'm going back there in a couple of weeks. I'll be doing the same. Bosh.
you do with a tan, to be fair.
Cheers, mate. Yeah,
Then you will get the Xabi Alonso shouts, I think.
Do you want this shot when you go, actually?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Don't want to get arrested.
Oh, no.
By the
Give it the
fashion
shades
police.
as well.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
All safe.
definitely not taking them shades. But going back to
Well, you need to get some players on the brink of getting arrested early doors. I think you've got to go at them,
right.
quick.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
crunch
that's
a
clever.
leg instantly, set the tempo. Because
Crunch a leg.
because if you look at the past few years, even when you guys were dominating and United were in their lull, the amount of times you
It was
came
a
to
lull.
Old Trafford and they still managed to give you a show. So I actually kind of glossed over the fact that it is at Anfield, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of
you
glossed
change
over
your
that a bit.
opinion now?
No, I still think United
was
will
my
win.
next question.
I think
Oh,
United
okay,
will
brilliant.
win, unfortunately, but.
Great. My next question was, how much of a piece does Anfield have to play in this one?
Big piece, man.
I think it's the biggest piece that we're relying on to win this game, actually.
For
Bit of an overhyped
for 20
atmosphere,
minutes,
but
maybe.
in a game like this,
Right.
it could do
For
alright.
20 minutes, but then if Man United get a second goal, it could kill the atmosphere.
Yeah, sure. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
your
And
sake.
I'm looking and leaning on the atmosphere tomorrow to be absolutely buzzing, like it was for City. We beat City earlier on in the season. And I think if we can beat United tomorrow, then I would say, with chest, no way.
Huh?
No.
Please. Yes! Oh, get in there, my son.
Oh my God.
Arsenal have scored
Vamos,
again,
carajo.
people.
There
in
is
the
still
last
life.
second.
Still life in
Reece
this battle.
Reece Nelly.
Super
Oh
sub
my
Reece
God.
Nelson. Would you believe it?
Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, yes.
This title race is phenomenal.
Oh, man.
I'm so glad we've got a title race in this league.
Wow. Bournemouth have been billed big time.
There we go. We've come full circle.
They will not be billing it tonight.
No, he will not.
Let's have a look at
Billing
the goal
and
then.
chilling.
It's Reece Nelson with the last kick of the game. It will be the
Wow.
last kick of the game.
90
this one.
plus 7.
Can you Adam and Eve it? The cross comes in.
Can you Tony Adams?
And it's
and
Reece
Eve it?
Adams.
Reece Adams.
Reece
yeah.
Nelson, who is finding space in the middle
Drills
of
it.
the box,
Ooh.
and it comes from the.
It'll be a
following
corner, I
It will
believe,
be a
maybe,
corner.
yeah.
That is
All the goal
unbelievable.
scorers.
That is unbelievable.
Oh,
We
man, I
better
feel
finish
bad for
this show
this guy.
before
Yeah.
Robbie comes running over, by the way. So I'm not having that 3 weeks in a row on my show.
Sick.
Oh man, that is big. To be fair, Bournemouth were on 22. Now they're back down on 21 points now in the relegation zone. Does that put them below Everton? No, they're still above Everton actually.
So we look at the
difference.
goal.
Oh,
Reece
edge of the box.
Nelson, left foot strike.
Stop it.
Oh, what a
What a
screamer!
goal. What a goal.
Put
And
that in your pipe.
the subs are
and
running onto the
smoke
pitch.
it.
Saliba's booting the corner flag.
For no reason. Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
And that is
Unbelievable
Arteta
from
Manager
Arsenal.
of the Year confirmed. And you know what? Now that does put Arsenal
That's
quite
not
a bit
fake,
further ahead of Man United now. So Man United a little bit
This is proof that the Premier
further
League
away
is
from
scripted. If this ain't proof,
No.
what was it? The Martinez the other week as well.
Yeah, hit
Bro,
it
this
back.
shit is all scripted. These man
No
got
way.
scripts at the start of
No,
every
but this is the
pre-season.
type of goal that shows you that a club is going to win.
This
the
was
Premier
meant
League.
to be-
it does wear
This kind of game where you pull it out of the fire like this with a last minute winner, those are the kind of games where you sit back and you're like, that's the league.
Yeah, same
one.
against Villa as well.
And it's
you know what
full
I'm saying?
time at the Emirates as well. It's full time in all the games in the Premier League. They finished Man City 2, Newcastle 0, as we know, the lunchtime kickoff. Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 1, Leeds 0.
Yeah.
Reacting to that one, James.
Man,
and Arsenal,
absolute shambles.
from the jaws of the depth, have clawed themselves back to 2-2.
Well,
And it's a great left-footed strike from Reece Nelson.
a beautiful,
What are the
a corker,
chances?
a cracker.
What are the
Chest
chances,
down.
people?
Yeah.
Bang!
Oh
Look at that on the half volley.
That is such a good
The way he
goal.
gets
That
his
is a
body over that
strike.
ball there. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, right foot sets it. Bang on the half volley.
Seal it.
Beautiful through
Bang.
it. Right next to the prime
Yeah.
hydration beverage.
Hi, I'm
And
Barry
Arsenal
Scott.
are in their
Wow.
prime.
Hi, I'm Reece Nelson, and that is Sillet Bang.
Yeah, get that other.
Bang,
Wow.
and the points are gone.
Wow,
What,
wow.
what a bunch of games that was.
Yeah.
Fuad
Well, thankfully,
not
your
happy.
boys did the business today.
Fuad not
4-0.
happy at
Yeah.
all.
3.4 XG for Brighton
There I was
today as well.
thinking
though,
West
man.
Ham would end their curse, but
And
now
as
it's
I was
13
saying, yeah,
games.
it's Brighton 4, West Ham 0.
From winning
and
4-0
Wolves
to
1.
losing 4-0.
Tottenham 0. That is full time at Molineux. Tottenham have lost again.
Yeah. Becoming a bit of a regular
goodness.
occurrence.
And a
This.
big goal in the
goodness me.
conference, Notts
Please don't-
County.
Oh, Jesus Christ, mate. Oh, my God. Good to see you, man. Nice to see you, brother. Thanks for doing us
nice
the
as
favour,
Robbie.
mate.
Robbie doesn't do that.
Guys, man, I don't want to talk for none of you lot, man. Bloody goodness.
The last kick of the
Do you want my
Straight
game.
up
cigar,
in
mate?
here, man.
Do you want my cigar, brother?
Yeah.
Oh, that was airtime. Like
There was more airtime than a new iPhone.
Wow.
Yeah.
More airtime than pirate radio station of some sort back in the day. But anyway,
Corrupt
listen,
FM.
I can't believe that Arsenal have scored the winner with the last kick of the game there after being 2-0
You
down
better
at
believe
home
it.
to
Someone
Bournemouth.
told you, didn't they?
I
They could
don't
feel the rhythm. They
believe
could
it.
feel the rhyme.
And it's
Would you
time
believe
for you to
it?
go. And it's all of us.
It's time to go.
Right, what a show that was,
was a
by the
great
way, on
show.
the Saturday
Great
football show. Incredible 2.5 hours of content on DR Sports.
And unlike
Fuad is
Bournemouth,
still
we indeed
burning.
lived up to the billing.
Fuad is still burning here that Bournemouth have thrown that 2-goal lead away, and Arsenal in the
He's
last half an hour have scored
fuming.
3 goals. He's Fumad.
Yes.
Fumad at that result. Right, massive shout out to our guest today. Big round of applause for Ben on the channel.
Thank you
4-0
very
winner
much.
today again. This is a lucky place for you to watch.
It is, it
Brighton
is.
play football.
Get me
mate,
back
I tell
every
you.
weekend,
4-0
please.
at home to West Ham. What a result. Fuad, not so great for you. A 1-0 defeat to Wolves. But big up to
Well, welcome in, man.
you. Big up to you.
Nice to see you, man.
To my right, James Toon, always delivering. Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much. Amazon Prime.
Love that guy.
Cheers, man. Don't know why I'm applauding myself, but thank you very much. And to my left, we cannot forget the host, of course, AGT.
Thank you,
or
man.
Alex.
Appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. Reece Nelson wins it with the last kick of the game. A left-footed screamer. Arsenal fans on cloud 9. They go 5 points clear at the top again. But don't forget, join us tomorrow on DR Sports for the big one. The biggest game in English football. Liverpool versus Manchester United. It's going to be an absolute belter. Until then, take care. See you soon.
Au revoir.